What is going on? What is going on? Good people, we in the building. We about to get this thing started. They already calling me out for being on CP time. I was over there checking out Obsidian. He did a surprise stream this morning. I'm about to drop the link in his chat room right now, if it's still open. Yep, it's still open. They still getting it in over there. He got 500 people in the building. So I'm dropping the link. Oh shoot, that was the wrong link. I messed up. I'm about to roll my intro. Y'all forgive me. I'm messing up getting things going here. We're going to be joined by Mr. Palmer. As y'all can see, we will be joined by Mr. Palmer. Give me a second. We're getting this thing going. But I completely botched and messed this thing up when I tried to drop the link. I accidentally dropped the StreamYard link over to Obsidian. So forgive me for my unforced error. But I'd like to welcome everybody who's in the building right now. Now I'm dropping the link correctly. Forgive me. All right. Now we rolling. 44 people already in the building. I see a lot of y'all down there. We about to get this thing going. Shout out to those that made it in bright and early. I see you, Logan, JJ, Ray, Sustler. See Snuggles in the building. You have 711 Bernard. What is she talking about there? Shout out to everybody in the building. See you, Killmatic. See you, Titan TV. See you, Sweet Melody Speaks in the building. Queen Q in the building. Paul G. I'm missing some people. Ricardo Rodney. Perfect Blackness. See all y'all in the building. Sorry for that delayed, fumbled start. About to get the link out to my man, Mr. Palmer. About to get this thing going. About to get this thing started. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mumia Obsidian Ali. You know who I am. I need no introduction, right? And you're listening to the Grown Man Hour with my man Bernard Riley, heard weekdays right here on YouTube. What do you think about that? How about that? Now let's get back on with the show. Thank you.
All right, all right. All right, all right. Getting it in, getting it started. Mr. Palmer already sent you the link. You should have the link. We're about to get this thing started. Y'all know me. I'm like the runner who always stumbles out of the starting blocks. But some way, somehow, figure out a way to inch out a victory by a nose. But I definitely stumbled out of the starting blocks today. I accidentally put the link to the StreamYard link that I meant to send to Mr. Palmer. I dropped that in Obsidian's live chat. Hopefully none of you people will take it. Nobody take that link. That wasn't meant for you. That was meant for Mr. Palmer, who I will be joined by momentarily. Actually, he just popped up in the back chat, so we about to get it in. But we got a good early audience in here. Somebody said I dropped a cup. Yeah, I be dropping stuff. I spill coffee every day. It's routine. It's tradition. It's a part of the show at this point. I'm going to spill coffee every day. So yeah, I spilled my coffee. I did everything, but we about to get into it. I'd like to thank everybody for coming on in. Shout out to those. I tried to shout out to Early Bird Squad when I did my little pre-ramble intro, but shout out to all of you once again. Logan, JJ, Ray Sutler. I don't see your name in here that much, but I don't be paying attention either. Mike and Vince Perkins, Jay the Conqueror, D-Rock Den, who always come through and hit me with a cash app. Always come through and hit me with a cash app. Appreciate him. Excalibur in the building. Shout out to everybody. I got background noise. Let me make sure I get rid of that real quick because I don't need that. Still dotting I's and crossing T's as we get things going. But without further ado, we about to bring up the guest of honor, the man of the hour, who's been we got a super chat right out the gate. Let me shout that out. Kill Deuce in the building says blessings Bernard and Mr. Palmer. Shout out to you. Appreciate you coming through with the $10. And yep, you're part of $10 Nation.
What do we get for $10? Everything you want. Everything? Everything.
You Kill Deuce. Appreciate you coming on through. We got Corey Harris in the building with the $5 super chat. We got 175 people in the building. Make sure you hit that like button. I'm trying to get it set up right now so I can make sure I hit the like button. Lead by example, right? I'm trying to get it set up right now. All right. Now, without further ado, let's get it. Let's go. Going to the man of the hour, the one and only Mr. Palmer in the building. What's going on?
What's going on, Bernard? How you feeling, man?
What's up with you? Glad to have you here. I could barely even hear what you were saying. I ain't have my
Can you hear me?
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna see if I do, because last time we did this, my speaker worked right. Do I still sound good? Audience, do my audio sound just as good as it sounded when I first came on versus right now?
Yeah, you all good.
All right, cool. I don't need the little earpieces with you. They give some people background and feedback when I use my speaker, but with you, for some reason, it works. So I don't need the earpieces. So we are all good.
Sure.
So, like to welcome you. Some of you may or may not know.
Yeah.
Some of you may or may not know. I was just recently on Mr. Palmer's channel. We had a real good discussion where I told my story. I mean, I've told a lot of my story here, and with family court, child custody, and the whole works. That ain't what we here to talk about today. Shout out to Perry, just sent me a cash app. We're not here to talk about that today. That was what we talked about on his show. So if after this, if you want to go check that out, I go a little in depth of the whole the whole process. That's what we talked about over there. We talking about something over here. Y'all see the thumbnail. We talking about them simp enforcers
Oh
today.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what we talking about today.
Simp enforcers.
But I definitely got to give a formal salute and shout out to Mr. Palmer right around the time when he came on YouTube, and he talked about this when I was on this show. I don't even remember how we started talking first. I don't know if I reached out to you or you reached out to me. I don't even know how it happened.
You reached out to me.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. I can't even remember how it happened. I think I saw what you had going on on Facebook, and or you think you might have collabed with Ty City or somebody. I don't know, but I saw what you had. Yeah, I saw what you had going on over there, and I was like, I gotta talk to this man because you definitely got a valuable, powerful message over there. I guess just briefly, before we get into the main topic that we're going to be getting into today, for those of you that don't know, just for the few that don't know, just briefly give a little bit of your background, how you got into this and all of that. We'll get the little boring part of the interview out the way real quick. We'll get that out the way before we really dig into this topic. We about to hop on the head of these simp enforcers today.
Oh yeah.
But let's go ahead and give people your background, and moderators, make sure that y'all know your job. You know your job by now. You should be spamming out the chat room with his link. Spam out the chat room with the link to Mr. Palmer's channel. So go ahead and do that. Moderators. But you can go ahead. Just give a little bit of your background briefly before we get into it.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Like he said, like Bernard said, I started on Facebook with the Fuck Child Support like page. The like page grew to over 134,000 likes and follows, right? So the person that reached out to me was Minister Jap and O'Shea. So they told me to start my YouTube. So I've been over here for about a year. My Instagram got over 11,000 followers. Fuck Child Support. And basically what I do, I call out this unjust system amongst men. It's a $51 billion business, and it benefits government daddy and these baby mama terrorists who run to the court for failing relationships, and divorces. So what I talk about on my platform is basically for men to change the laws in their mind, learn the laws, and see how government daddy really is when it comes to equal parenting and when it comes to being a father. No, they want you to be a visitor. And that's why I call these no good ass mothers a baby mama terrorist. A baby mama terrorist is one who terrorizes fathers for being in their child's lives. And then also I call out simp enforcers. Simp enforcers are the one who always jump to a bitch's defense. Never got to hold no accountability. They wear a crown regardless. They mother earth regardless. And when a man come out and speak their truth, all of a sudden you gay, deadbeat, run up a child support, and everything else. It come with the territory. So I've been doing this for over 4 years, but I've been on YouTube for a year, and now I'm at close to 4,000 subscribers. It's steady rolling, it's steady growing, man. And shout out to the baby mama terrors, bounty hunters that's up in here that's supporting me and Bernard. You know what I'm saying? And I'm part of the Black Manosphere. So we just here to spread the word. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
Better than that.
Right on. Now, I just want to make sure simp enforcers. You did make that up. That's your original phrase, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Somebody gonna try to steal that from you someday. Somebody gonna say they made it. They gonna put that on a hat and try to take it from you.
Of course.
So the definition of the simp enforcer is the person who's basically, no matter what the woman is doing, whether she's being, as you calling, a baby mama terrorist, if she just outright just out of pocket, that guy who comes in running to their defense. And it manifests itself in a lot of ways. Like on the thumbnail, I have the simp enforcers who do basically what I would consider, or what's defined as white knighting. They're just online. They ain't putting themselves in the line of danger or nothing. They just online where it's safe, just fighting for the cause of women to pacify pacify the dysfunction and the pathology of the women that they're just defending at all costs. But then there's a different type of simp enforcer, the ones in real life, and you recently did some content on this, the out-of-pocket baby mama terrorist giving the dad hell. Sometimes she'll have a boyfriend or somebody who won't even call her out, won't get her back, and won't put her in pocket. No. He pulling up on the guy that's just trying to be a dad to his kid, somebody ending up dead, or one of them ending up dead, the
I
other
got
one
it
in
right here.
jail.
I
All
talked
that. So
about it
yeah,
yesterday. Yeah.
go ahead and speak on that real quick. I mean,
Uh,
we got some beautiful, not so beautiful bean footage to roll. So,
yeah.
but yeah,
The one
go ahead and speak on that concept.
I had did a video yesterday regarding a father who was killed on Facebook Live. It was in Houston, Texas. It was in the projects, and I don't know if he got it to with the baby mama, if he pushed or whatever. But in front of like 30 or 40 people, the boyfriend, the simp enforcer, walked up and shot him twice, and then went in his pockets. That's one video I post. The other one we're gonna look at is the simp enforcer come to the baby mama Terry's defense at 6:30 in the morning. The father came over there at 6:30 in the morning because he wanted to see his son. She alienated him, blocking his calls and everything else. So he popped up at 6:30 in the morning. You would think that she would call the police. If you really feel that threatened, you'll call the police. No, she called the Simp force, and he drove his happy ass over there, talking shit to him, talking about get out, you better get out of here, 6 in the morning, blah, blah, blah. But then here's the thing. You would think he was going to his car. You would think that the baby mama tells her, close the door, I'm done with it. Nah. She started following him to the car. She started saying, "Oh, you just mad because I'm not with you no more." And then gonna sit back and try to initiate the shit again by saying, "Say something now. Say something now." That's what these baby mama terrorists do.
Ain't that the worst?
Them are the worst.
When you try to leave, you went there with good intentions.
Right.
You see what's going on.
Right.
You see the writing on the wall. You see it's going left. You do exactly what you're supposed to do. What they tell you to do is that, hey, you, because like when things go awry, they always want to say, hey, you a man, you had time to get out of there. You should have walked away. You do that, and then they go following you as you're trying to leave the situation. They saying you're the problem. It's a problem me being here. I'm trying to leave. They don't want you to leave. That's the craziest stuff right there. That is the craziest. But go ahead. I cut you off.
It's cool. No, it's cool. It's good. I want you to chime in because the worst part is the Simp enforcer is not saying nothing. Because I'll be like, wait a minute. I come all the way over here, and yeah, you come following him, arguing him. No, take your ass in the house. Why'd you entertain the dude? Because evidently she's still mad because he don't want to ask. All he want to do is see his son, and she used you as a puppet. And that's why I say these Simp enforcers are the one that never hold these baby mama terrorists accountable. Never. They will always come to their defense, even if he is looking like a fool. He thought he was doing something punking him out, and dude said, hey, man, you ain't got no beef. I just want to see my son. He not even entertaining him. You know what I mean? And it's sad that this goes on all the time. But then again, these Simp enforcers, most times they come from a baby mama terrorist who chose single motherism. They didn't have no father. So they raised to be like them, and that's why they jumped to these bitches' defense. You can't make this shit up, though. And that's why a lot of men in jail or dead today because of shit like this. Jumping to one of them motherfuckers' defense for something they only know is really going on. You only know one side. You ain't even investigating the situation. So now you set up a failure. He did, and now she get to live her life, have more kids, and get government daddy funds, and do the baby mama test with the next simp.
Queen Q in the building says, I got 5 on it. Shout out to you. Shout out to, we got some more people coming through on the super chat end. Got more people coming through on the super chat end. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Hold up. Dang, why I can't find them? Why can't I find my super chats? Okay, here they go. Wait, okay, now I got it. I'm sorry, yeah. I'm sorry. Omega Dreads Gaming Channel in the building. Appreciate you coming through. He says them dudes are busters. We got my man the Mac, the trucker in the building. Says I looked up the definition of simp enforcer in Umar Johnson. Let me turn that down. So I swear I feel like my audio is bad. But y'all let me know if the audios just start sounding funny with that speaker going. He said I looked up the definition of simp enforcer and Dr. Umar Johnson pick came up. Right on. Definitely. Yeah, he definitely simp enforcing right now. Snuggle 668 in the building. She says this is for, wait, hold on, let me play the, hold on, wait for it. And by the way, Snuggles, Black Wolf Inc. does have his special greeting ready to go.
Hi, I'm Snuggle. Snuggly softness. That's really less expensive.
Shout out to Snuggles, the $5 super chat champion of the world. But somebody coming for the crown. Okay, Snuggles668 in the building. She says, this is for people that is going to be needing hugs because the force sense there's going to be a disturbance in this conversation coming soon. Thank you for the super chat, Snuggles. You be speaking in parables and metaphors, apparently. But yeah, thank you very much. Logic Sphere in the building says, what's good, broski? Shout out to Thai City.
Shout out to Thai City.
Shout out to DMT Zell says, shout out to Kwame Brown. He with the movement and giving the beta males hell this morning. I don't know nothing about that. I think I saw his face pop up, but I don't know what he did or what's going on with him. But shout out to Kwame Brown, I guess. Yeah, I remember that epic game when him and Kobe Bryant combined for 83 points. Kobe had 81, Kwame had 2. All right. Boom, boom, ping. All right. Let's get back into it. Let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to go with it. Shout out to everybody in the building. I saw oh shit. I saw Honey 69 in there. That's a funny inside joke from yesterday. That's a funny inside joke from yesterday. Shout out to Chief Rocker in the building. Yeah.
I see you already got 3 dislikes already.
Oh yeah, they coming. They coming. You know, you gonna get to the point when you talking about these topics. You gonna get to the point where you're gonna be bringing out the haters. That's just all to it with the subject matter that you cover, especially when you're talking about the baby mama terrorist and the simp enforcers. Because see, the simp enforcer, like the situation we just described, if you got a woman following a man to a car to argue with him when he's trying to leave, if you just look at baby mama, baby daddy, okay, that's sort of normal. But how is the simp just so simped out, so cucked out that you can't tell that energy that your woman now, you living with this woman in some cases. This woman living with you. She living in your house. She eating your food, but she got all this built up energy for this other man that this man is trying to leave, and she chasing him through the yard to try to argue with him. The simp doesn't even think to himself, wait a minute, is this really my woman? Or am I just feeling a need in the time being? That's really her man out there. They just going through some hard times. I'm just subbing in, feeling the need. Go ahead.
That's why he's so manipulated, because he's a sucker and he's not even reading between the lines. We're gonna play that video in a moment, because you can't make this shit up. And when these clowns sit back and tell me that, you know, they shouldn't be held accountable, that's how you know they stupid. Yeah, my boy just said, like I say, simp dads. These simp dads be, you know, they not even married, but yeah, he trying to be, you know, the little boy or the little girl father, and the father already in the picture, but unfortunately he got to fight to be a father and get time and everything else. But you entertain this baby mama Terrence doing the shit she do. That's some crazy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a simp dad for you.
Yeah, go ahead and get that video pulled up. But speaking of the simp dads, it was one of these dudes. He wanted like the new Derek Jackson interns. That's kind of sprouting up. Oh yeah, that's shout out to I think Soul Provider Speaks coined that phrase. I give him a props on that. But yeah,
Derek Jackson intern.
Yeah, he's one of the new dudes. He was saying that even if you don't got money, her kid, that's the weight of her heart. All you got to do is just take care of that kid. Do whatever you got to do to put a smile on that kid face, and that's the weight of her heart. So buy her kid a PS5 and this or that. I mean,
you said that for real?
Yeah, man. He to the point where you would think that he trolling, but somebody liking what he's saying.
He might be dead serious. I'm telling you, these dudes come from a baby mama Terrence that chose single motherism. I'm telling you, you can't make this shit up. Everybody ain't faking. Everybody ain't faking. They
Shout
dead
out
ass
to
serious.
Silent Lamont in the building. Normally roasting me, but he came with a compliment today. He says, Bernard, you mix black and brown well. Salute. I was ready. I was ready to get roasted, man. I had jokes ready to go for you, man. But okay, but you came in peace today. You came in peace.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Oh no, fantastic. That's a real thing. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic up in the building.
Dude said that. Shout out to Fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. Dudes be out here wilding with it. Hold on, let me move this. I don't know if that's way. Oh no, that didn't make. Well, yeah, it was kind of blocking the bottom part of the screen. But all right, let's go ahead and get into it. You got it. Pause it whenever you need to if you want to drop in and say something when you're playing it. But go ahead and roll the not so beautiful bean footage, or set it up, or explain what we about to see. Do it. You got it.
All right, now this is the one where, like I said, I talked about this yesterday, where the father came over there at 6:30 in the morning. Now, me personally, I don't believe in popping up at nobody's house at no 6:30 in the morning. Baby mama Ted can't come to my house, and he did come over there at 6:30 in the morning. So she opened up the door, talking her shit, why you over here early in the morning, stuff like that. And, I kind of get it. But here's the problem. The problem is she didn't call the police to come over to get him away. She was playing victim scared and all that jive, and you popping up and shit. And all he kept saying, I want to see my son. I want to see my son. I want to see my son. But what she did, she called the SEU, the Simp Enforcement Unit, to come over there at 6:30 in the morning. So that means, because he didn't live there. The Simp Enforcer don't live there. So that means she had to call and wake him up out of his sleep. And he come put on his clothes to come fly over here to save the day. Now, here's the problem that I have. He continued to say he just want to see his son. This dude talking shit. Oh, you want to put one of them guns out and all that shit. He's like, man, I ain't entertained. He wasn't really entertaining him, ignoring dude. And then finally he say, I'm gonna go and get in my car. I'm gonna get on out of here. This motherfucker started walking towards the car, talking her shit. And then turned around and said, you just mad because I'm not with you. Then turned around and said, say something now. Say something now. See, so she went victim to talking more shit. Now, would have the dude that came over there would have killed him, or he would have killed the Simp Enforcer? One would have been dead, one would have been in jail, or beat the fuck up and still go to jail. She'd have still been out there doing the baby mama terrorist and shit that they do, and get another man to be a Simp Enforcer and another baby daddy set up for failure. That's what these motherfuckers do. You cannot make this shit up. So we finna get it started. Like I say, it's light out there, but it's 6:30 in the morning. Let's get this started.
Why can't I see my son? Landis, why can't I see my son? Huh? Then she got reinforcements coming and shit.
Now you heard what he said. She got reinforcement coming and shit. Yes, the Simp Enforcer, Simp Enforcement Unit. He came over there. He popping up over there 6:30 in the morning. She woke his ass up instead of calling the fucking police. Let's continue.
Huh? Then she got reinforcements coming and shit. Well, come on, where can I see my son? Up, all right, can I see him?
Why are you here this early? You know you're not even allowed over here.
Are you here to see my son?
Okay, you can see.
Let me see him and I will leave. It's early. Let me see him and I'll leave. Why can't I see him?
It is early.
That's why I can't see him.
It's early. Move.
Let me see my son. Because I'm trying to see my son.
Now this right here is I want you to see him real good. This is the Simp Enforcer.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Simp Enforcer coming to her defense with his cape on. Yeah, she's staying out there with her stomach hanging out, need attention, nasty at the same time. There's him. She woke his ass up at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning to come out here to Simp Enforce. So I just want y'all to get a clear view of who this clown is. Definitely a Simp Enforcer. And if that was me, you call my house talking about my baby daddy over here acting a fool and all that, I'm gonna tell you to call the police. Because the police will get there quicker than I would, and they won't get no repercussion for shooting you and beating your ass. They got automatic immunity. A Simp Enforcer do not have automatic immunity. So you beat the fuck out of him or you kill him, you going to jail. Because they're gonna say it's premeditated. You came over there knowing what you was gonna do.
Shout out to Little Big Nate in the chat. This is very important to make sure we mention this. Even though I think I do got enough upright brothers in the chat where this probably don't need to be said, but Little Big Nate says, watch where you drop your load, gentlemen. That's very important. Very important. Very important. You definitely minimize. Yeah, definitely. And shout out to January Man says, but they not protected though. It looked like a lot of protection that poured up. I'm just saying.
They protected.
I'm just saying. They got, like I say, they got goons on speed dial more than any other woman. And no man hands out more street justice than black men. So between having the police, between having the goons on speed dial, nah, y'all protected.
They are protected. They are protected. They just protected by simple forces. But let's continue.
But hold on, Ray, real quick before we continue on. Push pause. Shout out to Osama Abdu says younger millennials and Gen Zs are rarely simp. I do think it's a new wave going on. I haven't really investigated that, but I do think it's a new wave going on with the younger fellas. The Gen Xers and the Boomers are in violation mostly, but I see simping on the downward trajectory. I think you might be right. I think it's something to. I don't spend that much time paying attention to what the kids are doing nowadays. I don't spend that much time paying attention to it, but I do think something is brewing with that one. But the working man in the building says, Mr. Palmer, schooling on the simp enforcers. What up, Bernard? What up to you? Salute. Thank you for coming on through. And shout out to Agon Stark in the building. Says, what worse is the SUV may have kids of his own. Oh, I think what's worse is doing the SUV must have kids of his own, and he's taking penitentiary chances or taking chances with his life for somebody else's kids. Definitely. Shout out to you. Appreciate you coming on through with that.
Oh man, business.
Yeah, we got GMB in the building.
Yeah.
Negroid
my brother
has on a NASCAR jacket. Speaks volumes. Yeah. Yeah, they kind of be killing me with them NASCAR jackets. Yeah. But shout out to people coming through on the Cash App and Fantastic in the building. Dropped the $20 Cash App. Shout out to Fantastic. You know how to make sure I get the money directly. Shout out to Fantastic. Sir Tice in the building says. He says, I like the $2 song better. All right, hold on. I'm gonna play that $2 song for you then. Shout out to Sir Tice.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Shout out to Sir Tice coming through with the $2 in hell. Since Fantastic dropped a $20 super chat and you dropped $20.
I want 150,000. So we can set out of court right now for $20. Man, get your
out to Fantastic coming through on the Cash App end with the $20. And Perry in the building dropped $5. I think D-Rock Den, I don't know if that was from yesterday or today, but D-Rock Den drop a 5 on it every day. So shout out to D-Rock Den once again. But yeah, shout out to Grown Man Business. Silent Lamont came back through with another super chat. Man, I love y'all be super chatting me so much we can't even get to the show, but I like it. I like those interruptions. I like. Shout out to Silent Lamont. He says they'll call that ninja to kill you, but won't make him wear a gun. Oh shit! Man, come on, man. Don't be pointing all that out. They got protection, and they protection. Don't wear protection when they getting it in with the protection. All right, anyway. All right. Shout out, salute to everybody who come through and support the channel in any way that you do. We appreciate all of it.
Yes, sir.
We do got 400 people in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button. We got 400 people in here, 171 on the likes. Let's get that over 200 so we can be at 50% engagement bare minimum. Shout out to the 5 people who hit the thumbs down. I appreciate y'all too. But I need.
Let me ask you something. Bernard, let me ask you something. Do you hear this? Do you hear this?
Oh yeah.
You do hear? You hear it clearly?
Oh yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. Well, I want to give a shout out to how many dislikes?
5
dislikes. And people on my channel know when I get a dislike, I really love it. And you know my response to that is,
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Not at all. Appreciate y'all dislikes.
Woo! Man of tomorrow asking I think a good question here. He says, wouldn't wouldn't new child support ninjas be considered newly minted simps? That's an interesting thought. That if you're not with this woman and you're still paying on her, well, paying for the child, it's some nuance there. It's some nuance there. I understand where he's going, or maybe he could flesh out what he mean a little bit more. But I heard somebody make that argument. I think that came from the tricking discussion where some dude with a bunch of kids was like, "Oh, y'all be tricking on these females," and we like, you got females that you ain't even having sex with no more, getting 50% of your net income. Don't talk to me about tricking directly with a woman that I'm actually getting something from right now currently. I don't know if that's where he's coming from, but
I mean, yeah, that's true from that theory. But unfortunately, when you're dealing with government daddy, you know what I'm saying, whether if you would or not, you're gonna pay that child support. You know, that's the bullshit behind it. Even though, you want equal parent time, they don't want that. They want you to have every other weekend or once a week because that's more money in her pockets as well as government daddy's pockets. $51 billion a year.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Man Tomorrow for the $10.
What do we get for $10? Everything you want. Everything? Everything. You.
Son is Hot Raw in the building says these simps are going to learn when they end up either in prison or a body bag more frequently. And I'm still waiting on my Blade appreciation clip. Hey man, I worked on Black Wolf's his wolf howl clip when he drop a super chat. I got you, man. I got you. You've been coming at me with it. Email me exactly what you want. Email me exactly what you want. I'll see if I try to put it together because I keep forgetting exactly what it is that you want. It was a specific part of the movie that you wanted me to play. But shout out to Mr. Shane Vicious says she's playing with the dad's emotions. A simp / cuck shouldn't want any part of this foolery. Shout out to Mr. Shane Vicious. Appreciate you coming on through. All right, let's get back to the not so beautiful beanie footage.
Yeah, not so beautiful. Not so beautiful.
About to roll right here. Make sure y'all hit the like button and sub to Mr. Palmer. Subscribe to Mr. Palmer. Make sure y'all do that. But all right, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, hold on.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga. I ain't hit the room door as soon as man, get the fuck out of here, nigga. I don't care nothing about that gun or none of that. Get your bitch ass out of here. Nigga, it's just 30 in the morning, nigga. Come back. Bro, that's what you want. I don't care about that camera, nigga. I really that for child support, bro. Come on now. Who put you on child support? I'm gonna put myself on child support because you reaching for that gun or none of that. Nigga, I'm making sure it don't fall out my pocket, bro. Calm down, bro. Come on. Can I see my son? Before I really beat you up. Come back later, bro. Get out of here. Come back later. Bye. Okay. Thank you, bro. Why do you be on that? Like you got a kid or something, bro? Nigga, why is you all coming over here? Because that's my son. My son stays here. Bro, I'm about to shut your bitch ass. Get out of here. I already told you, bro. Let me see my son get off that bullshit. I already told you. Okay. Get off that bitch ass shit. All right, hey, can you back up? Hey, bro, can you back up?
Nah, you're trying to leave. It should be over.
Wow, this fuck me. Shit is dumb. I gotta go through this crazy ass shit, boy. Shit don't make. I'm here to see my son. I told you.
So now she's not in the house. She ain't closed the door. Simp enforcer. He ain't saying shit now. Now she start running off at the mouth, talking that shit. She didn't want him to leave. What she thought, I guess she thought her boyfriend, Simp enforcer, was just gonna come in and start whooping on his ass, but he didn't. He kept giving him warnings and warnings. He a bitch because if he was really gonna do it, he would have did it. He would just run off at the mouth. But now she's finna keep run off the mouth and start walking up to him to the car. And you're gonna hear what she's gonna be saying when she get closer.
Cause you be on bullshit. You don't let me see. I can't call you. You block every number I call. When did I call you? Cause I'm blocked. On bullshit, I just want to see my son. Okay, all right, all right, bro. You in this predicament, okay, bro, I'm about to leave, bro. I'm just trying to get my son. You weird. Why are you acting like that? All right, bro. So I can see him back later. So I can see him when I come back.
See, Now, of course, Simp and Force are following her to the car instead of saying, nah, let's go in the house. We ain't here to do all that.
Right.
Man. And you heard she said you dug a hole for yourself. So you being punished. You not gonna see your son. And now you heard she said, you scared now. You scared. So you trying to egg it on for him to do something and then kick off some shit. And then he go to jail. And they're gonna use the fact that he came over there at 6:30 in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't make this up, man.
Now, here's the thing with it. If the simp enforcer comes through to just protect her or make sure that everything goes all right, I can get the concept of him coming there with a job to do, but it just speaks volume to it, because if he's really on his job of protecting her, using air quotes here, he wouldn't have let her walk all the way out there and restart everything back up. He would go out there right now and get in between him, at least bare minimum create some separation between the two of them. And if she gonna just mouth off and just fire off everything she got to say, he gonna get in between it. But no, he's egging the shit on basically at this point.
Check this out. Let me say something. Snuggle says, I don't care what y'all said. He was wrong for going over there. When she said he's not even supposed to be over here, can't you all not see where he made the first mistake? Now, remind you this early in the beginning, what did I say? He shouldn't have came over at 6:30 in the morning.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then I also say that I don't want you coming over my house 6:30 in the morning. I did call that out.
Yeah.
So anything that happens, yes, it is on him. But what I'm saying is he went over there at 6:30 in the morning. She called a simp enforcer, but did not call the police instead. And not only that, when he did decide to go ahead and leave, she started egging it on. And that's what I be talking about, y'all. When I call out these baby mama tears and shit like that, you always got, I ain't talking about her per se, because Snuggles my girl, but people tend to say, well, what about this? I call it out. I call out down the middle. I'm not just going to say he didn't do nothing wrong because he's a guy.
Yeah.
He should not went over there at 6:30 morning. Hell, he shouldn't have went over there at 12 afternoon, because when you're dealing with a baby mama tears like that, you don't go in near her foundation, because you don't want to be set up for failure. She could play victim and say he beat me, try to break in the house. Police come shoot your ass. It ain't worth it.
It's an unfortunate situation that,
you know what I'm saying?
If you're legitimately trying to just be a father to your child, that you may just have to go file that paperwork.
You have to do it a different route.
Until the paperwork get in place. You're legitimately in a situation where you got to wait on that slow moving hand of the court. Who knows when you're going to get your first court date? Who knows when the visitation is finally going to get set up? Sometimes it could take a while. Sometimes it can go through fast.
Right.
Sometimes it could take a while. So you may just have to go in the hole 3, 4, 5, however long it takes for you to get your day in court. You may just have to say, I'm not going to be in my son's life for the next 6 months.
True.
That you may have to bite the bullet and say that. And that's a hard one. That's a hard one for some guys. That definitely would be a hard one for me.
The thing is, some guys, like my brother Silent Lamont said, he ain't wrong. And some people will say he ain't wrong. But if you get caught up in some bullshit, he go to jail or get shot, get jumped on or whatever, they gonna say he shouldn't have been there at 6:30 in the morning. So I'm talking about from that standpoint where you putting yourself in a situation that you might can't get out of. Mind you, he tried to leave. Baby mama Tess come follow him, saying you dig a hole and you scared and all this shit. Now she's trying to egg it on before he leave, because she want this dude to whoop his ass or shoot him or whatever. You see what I'm saying? You putting yourself in a situation, you're gonna be the one to lose. Even if you kill dude and say self-defense, they're gonna say, well, you was over there at 6:30 in the morning. She didn't tell you to come over here. So you're gonna get charged with something. That's why I say we got to be thinkers and not reactors. We gotta definitely change the laws in our minds when we deal with these baby mama terrorists, even in life period, because these motherfuckers, their job is to set you up for failure. And you gotta remember, once you lose, you lose. She don't lose. She not gonna go to jail for setting none of this shit up. If anything, she's gonna play victim on social media and do a GoFundMe, and then get with another simple force to have another kid and set him up for failure. That's what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that I want y'all to, you want to call out the super chats?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out my super chats, but I do want to just say that, look, y'all, if anybody who listen to me, y'all know I don't do ratchet. Exactly. Ratchet women, I can't do it. I can't do it. So if you're asking me, the guy made a lot of errors long before this day happened. Even messing with her ratchet ass. I understand the concept of going through, rolling through there, smashing with a condom on, punch and get out. I look, I ain't knocking you. I ain't knocking you. But as far as messing with ratchet women, I'm those days have been done for me. Let me just make that very clear.
Been there, done that.
So that was his first era. He messing with a ratchet chick, hitting it raw, then got her pregnant. First mistake, right there. I don't know the genesis or the background to why he's there at 6:30 a.m., but it don't sound good. But seeing as he's there, he tried to get or see his child. Everything went awry, and he tried to walk away. If we just start from there, then yeah, everything that we was talking about, what they're doing, the simp enforcer who came there and he could see that now at this point she's the bad actor in the movie right now. She's the bad actor in the equation right now. And the simp enforcer who came there in the name of protection that they allegedly don't got is sitting back, letting her wild out and not getting in between it. That's the part that we focusing on. We can go back and
show. She runs the show. He's supposed to be the lead. She's supposed to follow him. No, he's following her. You saw how he was walking behind her.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's like they just get like a stupid big dummy bodyguard to just Yeah, it was a video that I used to play. I might pull this up because this is some simp enforcement for real. Where this black woman cut some people in line. It was all white men in there. She cut them in line. One of them just said something to the person he was talking to on the phone, and then she turned around and got in his face and had her hands in his face, and then I think she even spit on him, and then the guy got mad and threw his phone or whatever. But he didn't put his aggression at her. He turned around and basically did like a punch the wall type of thing because he didn't want to hit her. And she was like, oh, and she went out and got Big Bruno, like the biggest, blackest nigga on earth, who came in there and just beat the dude to a pope.
See what I mean?
And who did nothing wrong, so that's what we're talking about.
I bet you she told him he put his hand on me.
Probably, I bet she did. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about simp enforcers. There's plenty of things that we can go through and find out where other people did wrong, but the focus of the show today is simp enforcers. So try to focus on the guy who flies in with a cape on, even to enact violence sometime on in the honor in defending the honor of the woman who's in the wrong. That's what we're talking about today. So let's try to stay focused. Shout out to Justin March in the building. Shout out to you.
Wait a minute. What's this? This ain't enough. Make it enough.
Shout out to Justin March with the $1 super chat. My man Silent Lamont coming back through. He says child support is ran by the Gambino family.
These last $2. I'm not gonna lose.
A lot of them came through, and this chat is moving fast. Shout out to Indigenous TV. I can't even click on it and highlight it, but I can still see it. He says on the wire, Lex shot. I gotta get caught up on the wire. I only watch season 1. I'm so slacking. My black card. Y'all can temporarily hold my black card until I watch the rest of the wire. But on the wire, he says Lex shot fruit over a female. A few days later, Lil Kev and Randy lure Lex to a playground where Snoop and Chris Partlow murdered him because Fruit was a soldier in Marlowe's crew. Art imitates life. Simps beware. Shout out to my man Indigenous TV for coming through with a $20. Shout out to Dig Thug in the building. Says, and this is what they are trying to use against SYSBM/Passport Brothers. Get the hell out of here. I don't know what you mean by trying to use against SYSBM/Passport Brothers. I don't know what you mean by that, but definitely shout out to you for the super chat. Appreciate you coming on through. Appreciate you. We got Emancipated Negress. You change your icon. You change your avatar, but you ain't changed that name. You just gonna keep that name. You said, did you ever find out why is not supposed to be or why he is not supposed to be over there? Just curious.
No, I didn't.
That I don't know. Yeah, that I don't know.
But to be honest with you, they'll just say that shit just to open up the wounds for the simple force to do some shit. You don't know what she told the dude. I know motherfucker was told to come over there and turn around and tell somebody else, oh, I didn't tell him to come over there and he getting his ass whooped. So, they'll set you up for failure.
I mean, again, that misses the point. He's not supposed to be over there. He left. She followed him out to the car. The simp enforcer's car is blocking him from leaving.
Exactly.
He's following him out to the car to argue with him while he's trying to leave. I hate when people deliberately miss the point.
Still didn't call the police.
Shout out to Emancipated Niggas. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you. Grown man business in the building says anytime you hear a broad saying bro, man, I hate that shit. bro, just know you're dealing with trash. By the way, can we get a close up of the enforcer's shoes? I bet they're he choked me on that one. Shout out to grown man. Salute. Oh man. Before we get back into the not so beautiful bean footage, shout out to Justin March again with $1.49. I don't got no special greeting for the $1.49. I don't got one for that $15 either. But Snuggles is back in the building. Says, forgive me, for I know not what I do. I shall go and prostrate myself for the gross mishap in my wording, and this is my penance. Thank you, Snuggles. Repenting of her sin.
Hi, I'm Snuggles.
All right, we about to get back into the not so beautiful bean footage here.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Honey 69 right there. She look good for 73 years old, don't she?
I didn't think she was 73 at all.
She ain't 73. Hey, I saw her yesterday. I was like, what the hell you doing here with that name? Honey 69, looking like somebody mama of it.
Uh-oh.
I was like, you sitting there like 57 years old with an OnlyFans. You trying to advertise your OnlyFans in there? And she said, no. My grandchildren call me Honey, and I just so happened to be born in 1969. So nothing suggestive about that name that she came into the manosphere with. Honey 69. Yeah, she trying to advertise that OnlyFans. She fit that. That would make her 52.
I might watch it.
That would make her 52 with an OnlyFans. She getting it in, girl. You supposed to been graduated to selling fish dinners now. You ain't supposed to be selling fish no more. All right, let's go. All right, let's go roll it.
So I can see him when I come back.
Said, you scared.
Who's scared, bro? Say something, bro. This is not our beef. This is between me and you. I just want to see my son. So why is you on that?
Stay off that social media shit.
So
you
can
see, I've been trying to.
So she talking about some stuff he said on social media, and what he's probably saying is like a lot of dads say, I'm not allowed to see my son, put out receipts, call her bullshit out. So it seemed like it's more to it than just him coming over. It's because he's telling his truth on social media. And she's taking it out on him, and with not seeing his son and bringing the Simp force over there to so-called punk him out and check him. That's why I say yes, she does talk like a dude. She's more emasculate. She's more masculine than the Simp enforcer.
Hey, that better not be for real, Clue. That better be a joke. That better be a joke. I was just playing. Man, hold on. I got to see if that's a real link, but we're gonna go ahead and roll the footage.
Okay, but we can agree to disagree. I don't know what to agree to disagree for, but
I don't know what you're talking.
Let me critique.
See, I've been trying to keep myself cool. You been on that bullshit, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
Why can't I see my son?
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Why can't I see my son?
You digging a deeper hole for yourself.
You're not answering my question,
Wendy. You shouldn't have been on social
sound
media.
bitter as fuck. Why can't I see my son?
You the bitter one. You're mad because I don't want you, bro.
Nigga, I'm mad because you don't let me.
See, because I don't want you no more. See what I mean? So it went from so-called, victim scared to social media to you just mad because you can't have me no more. But she's supposed to be over him, right? She's with her new guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? But nah, this is a rebound to manipulate him to cause havoc with him. you can't make this shit up. But see, like I said, if he wouldn't have went over there, it wouldn't have happened in the first place. And like I said, this could have went left big time. Somebody could have got killed, beat, hurt, whatever. But like I said, this happens all the time. I think somebody said it yesterday in my video. 80% of men are in jail over a woman.
I don't know if that's.
I don't know, but that's what I was told. I ain't look it up. I got to research it.
Right, yeah.
I'm just saying. But there's a lot of men who are in jail for jumping to a business defense.
Oh yeah,
and don't even know what's going on, but you just jump over there because what she said, and you're set up for failure, and he's dead.
Yeah, I would love for somebody to do an actual formal study on that and actually find out how many men are locked up due to something involving a woman. Because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. I don't know what to say about that. That's crazy. But these situations do end up resulting in women who are allegedly not protected, but got goons on speed dial.
Right.
And the kid's father or current boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, somebody gonna end up dead and the other one in jail. That happens.
But they don't have no protections.
Yeah, no protection.
Okay. Here's just a quick 10 more seconds, but here we go.
All right.
Shout out. Cause you don't let me see my fucking son. What do you mean, bro? That shit lame as fuck on your behalf.
I don't want you.
It's cool, bro. He can't be here all day. Shut your bitch ass up, bro. You wild.
And that's when it went off. He told him to shut his bitch ass up finally. So I don't know what happened afterwards. Who knows? But just from what we seen right here, it could have went left after he recorded, but she made it worse and had to be walking, follow him to that car, and then want to antagonize him, and you dug your hole, and you want me still, and say something now. You know what I mean? You can't make this shit up. And that's why I tell men all the time, you doing shit like that, you better off washing your hands and moving on. Ain't no sense staying in that situation like that, because you the one gonna lose when it blow up in your face. Regardless, it's gonna be on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you mess up, slip up, get entangled with a chick like that, the only thing the court, even though in many ways it's not set up for you to win, but that's really the only thing you got.
Right.
So you just got to go through that process, and unfortunately, a victory may end up being you're paying child support. You're paying child support every other weekend and Wednesday through Friday.
If that.
Yeah, that may be the victory that you have to settle for. And even then, when you do that, you with the kid probably 10% of the time,
right.
You got 10% of the influence on the kid, but the kid don't turn out right. Oh, it's your fault. You the dad.
And now he's a simp enforcer. Now he's trying to fight you because he believes in everything his baby mama tells his mama say. So there you go again. The unfortunate part is, don't think that it got to be a baby mama tears and somebody who just ratchet in the hood and all that stuff, because you got these baby mama tears that make 6 figures with degrees and got license and professionals that's baby mama tears. They're actually worse than them because they have a shield to hide behind. They could definitely use their degrees and what they do as Mary Poppins.
Oh no! But listen,
I want them to know that. Don't think it's just some ratchet in the hood.
Oh no, you absolutely right. Yeah. You right in my wheelhouse with that, because like I said when I was on your show just Monday, when I told my personal story. I wasn't married to some ratchet chick, and a lot of people in this space, I always reference it, but I probably need to stop doing it. But a lot of people in this space are familiar with Irene Yvette. If y'all could hear my ex-wife talk over the phone, y'all would think I was talking to Irene Yvette. Like, that's how she talked. She talked like a valley girl. She's black, dark-skinned it with natural hair, talk like a valley girl. And yeah, the tactics of a chick like that are actually worse, because right now is ghetto ratchet tactics where you mess around, you go over there, you might end up in a situation. But when you're dealing with somebody who's on some baby mama terrorist stuff, but she's actually smart and she's intelligent and she know the legal books and all of that stuff and got the lawyers and know how to work that system
and got money.
Yeah, and it's she had just enough to get a lawyer. I mean, I won't say she got money.
Well, I'm just talking about
in general, they're doing financially better than this chick on the screen.
Right.
So yeah, you end up in a you. I love Big Nate. Cut it out. Large breasts is also, man. Cut it out. Well, okay, yeah. Are you single? I'll hook you up with my ex-wife and see. Let her drive you crazy.
Man, you can't make this up, man.
Oh shoot, Big
Yeah,
Nate.
so you had one with the fight the power. We support our kings.
Yeah,
but yet you got your kings in the system getting set up for failure.
Yeah. So the thing that I'm saying when I look at baby mama terrorists, I'm not just thinking about the ratchet chick.
Right.
No, the non-ratchet chick. I mean, like you say, you had a lot of white men come on your show. Them white women be more savage with it because they be knowing how to work that system.
Yeah, the Karens are the worst baby mama terrorists. They number one.
Yeah. So no, this ain't because I know because some people are saying, well, use a condom or don't stick your dick in a ratchet woman. You could be married.
That's why I said what I said.
You could be married to a wholesome woman and do it all the right way.
Doesn't matter.
When things go left, she's going to use that system like a bazooka against you, and it's in favor of her.
Look at these celebrities. Look at these celebrities, multimillionaires that been married for 20 and 30 years, now getting divorced, and now they finna get alimony and some getting child support as well. It ain't because they picked the ratchet, but that baby mama Terry's wife know that's opportunity. It's time to roll. You can't. That's what I'm saying. It ain't just about somebody doing an oopsie and one nighter, nothing like that. It's more men who are getting divorced going through child support system than somebody's unwed. You gotta remember, when it comes to black men, only 24% men are having kids out of wedlock. So you can't say that the majority is because they're not being married. The ones who married get it just as bad. They treat you all the same. It doesn't matter whether you're married, unmarried, black, white, blue, or green. Doesn't make a difference. You're a man. You go up in there, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be set up for failure. Child support, alimony if you got way more money than her. Every other weekend, if that.
Terrell Boxley in the building says, I'm up north and I run a nighttime biz, and I definitely tell men not to fight over females. I tell all men to get a passport and travel to see the world. Shout out to you. Appreciate the super chat. Fellas, please stop breeding Daggle. Shout out to you. Appreciate the super chat.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Grown Man Business in the building says most of the wealthiest women on the planet got their wealth off the backs of a man. Absolutely. A sower of seed in the building with the $10 super chat. Shout out to you for the $10.
I'll be damned. I'll die and go to hell and play blackjack with the devil before I give you $10. That's what I want to know.
Shout out to you for the $10 super chat. He says, this is why we have to get ourselves and our seeds into law. No man or woman has more rights to our property, i.e. our sons and daughters, than us. Our seeds are within us before we give them to a woman. Absolutely 100%. Absolutely 100%. As far as because you talk to a lot of men about this kind of stuff. How often is it that when men are telling a story that there is another man who's like the low-key background, villain or secondary villain in the story, whereas another man or the man that she's dealing with now who's overseeing or manipulating behind the curtain or just coming through trying to be aggressive, trying to stand in the middle of a man who's seeking access to his kid in some type of way. How often is that the case?
It's quite a bit, man. The sad part is the father only get to see his kid once a week, every other weekend. Some ain't seeing their kids, but yet you got the baby mama terrace with 5 different niggas in and out the house, or have a simple force of living there with her under her roof, sees the child more than he does. That goes on often. But if he have a girlfriend or a significant other or a wife, I don't want that. I don't want my kid around that bitch.
Mm.
And if you go to court and say, well, she got a dude under her roof, ain't nothing you could do about it. It's a waste of money. They're gonna say she had the right to bring whoever she wants to in the house. And the only time um she only get penalized, but that's when that step simp abused the child, molest the child, and stuff like that. That's the only time, but it's too late then. Or even murder that child. I do videos where the simp is forced to be murdering the 2-year olds. I did one this last week and a couple weeks ago, murdering the 2-year-old, and he go to jail and she don't get penalized. She don't get charged with neglect. She's playing victim and she's off to get reproduced again.
Yeah, that's wild.
It is wild.
That's definitely
Happen all the time. Happen more than you think.
That's definitely wild. Shout out. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say actually I put up the stats some days ago as well, saying they always say the mother are the best fit. They give them more custody, but they do the most abuse and murders among their own child. And it was over I think over 800,000 abuse and murder when it comes to the simp enforcer killing or abusing the child. Very high. Very high.
Damn, that's wild. That's wild. That's crazy. That's crazy. Falcon Black in the building. He says, "Don't let the man he's blind you." He's basically saying, "Don't let white women blind you." In this, and look, it's true in that. Look, I understand. I understand the concept of brothers, getting out there, exploring all shades. I get it, and I'm with it 100%. But when it comes to discussions like this, it becomes colorblind at some point. It becomes colorblind, especially when you're in that system. The system is what the system is. So when we're talking, go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, what I was saying, the system is the system, regardless of race. I know a guy. He was married to a white woman, had 4 daughters and everything. Real cool guy, great guy. She pulled so much stuff on him when they went through that divorce just because she was mad, she was bitter. He may have cheated. I'm not 100% sure. But either way it goes, she was mad, she was angry, and he was going to suffer, and the kids was going to suffer. She said everything to turn the kids against him. She said and did everything she could, every legal measure, every manipulative measure that she could possibly take. She took it. So when it comes to that, that's the whole other, I get it, and I'm with the black woman who was very, I hate to say it, but well behaved. She's a well behaved, docile woman. I'll just say it like that. I can't handle a strong black woman. Let me just make that very clear. I can't handle a strong one. I can handle a nice, well mannered, well behaved one. I'm with the black woman who don't give me none of those type of problems. But I want to absolutely make it clear that, so when we're talking about differences in women, that I get it. Black women at a higher percentage rate, coming with that attitude, being a little loud, aggressive, and a little masculine, and all of that stuff. I get it. And if you can't deal with that, you can't rock with that. They operate at a temperament that your temperament can't vibe with. So you're messing with other women of different race. We get all of that, and there's a time and place for that discussion. But when we talking about children and a woman leveraging, using the system to gain, using the system to get leverage in the situation involving you and your kids, that's colorblind. That ain't an SYSBM discussion right there. I'm sorry, it's just not. It's not.
Yeah, I say it all the time. A baby mama tears come in all forms, and family court is one court that don't give a shit about your color. You could be a pro-black, you could be a white supremacist, you could be Richard Spencer, you could be Al Sharpton. You go up in that courtroom, it's gender bias. I know judges and lawyers that's on child support, doctors, police officers, people that work for the system that's on child support. You treat it the same. They don't care. All because of that $51 billion crime bill.
Indigenous TV in the building says Superman made simping honorable in the eyes of our society. Now we know that it isn't. but the perception made it appear so. Batman was red pill. Wonder Woman was a side chick. All right. I guess. I don't know if I 100% followed the reference, but all right. You could bring this one down. I don't know if you got some more
oh yeah,
some more not so beautiful bean footage we can look at and examine. Toriel Boxley in the building with a $2 super chat. He says, "So your point, Br, it's not color, it's character." That you just summed up my whole run-on paragraph in one sentence. Yeah, it's not color, it's character. Definitely, I would say that. But I do understand that when we talking about that character and we talking about Negroes, that bell curve of character is trending in a certain way. That if you're a certain person with a certain type of temperament and character, that there's maybe a lot of people with your skin tone, I can't vibe with them. I can't get jiggy with them. A lot of people I can't get jiggy with it. I can't.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I understand. I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it. Shout out to Sugar G dropping Mr. Palmer's link. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Mr. Palmer. Make sure y'all go and do that. Okay, we got you done pulled up somebody with a battle bonnet.
This is in Texas. And yes, she's a baby mama tears. Let me tell you what happened to the father on this one. They was arguing from out of town. Well, she was arguing with him all the way till they got to Houston. I think it was Houston or Dallas, somewhere around there, but it was in Texas. He left, came back. She's still arguing. They in the apartment complex. So, you talking out loud and arguing, acting a fool, what happens? Somebody gonna call the police. She didn't call the police. Somebody else called the police. And guess what ended up happening? The police came, he ran, and he was killed. How he was killed? He wasn't killed by the police. He tried to flee the scene for why, I don't know. He got hit by a car, and he died on the scene. Now, she's trying to do her fake tears, fake acts, fake cries. And here, mind you, she just got out of the police car. They had her in the police car for like 2 hours. And the first thing she do is go on the internet and go live to explain her case and what happens. She didn't call his family, didn't call her family. She goes to Facebook or Instagram, one of them, to state her case and play victim and cry. And he still laid out there on the ground with the sheet covered. You're not going to see it, but he was still out there. That's how quick she went on social media to get attention. These baby mama tales, like I tell you, will set you up for failure. We're going to definitely listen to this Jippy Pop head motherfucker.
Hey, hold on real quick. Shout out to Grown Man Business in the building says bonnet, a.k.a. war helmet, like a goddamn Viking.
Yeah.
She got to protect her hair. Her hair is being stormed like the beaches of Normandy, like the orcs storming Helm's Deep. You got to protect it. That hair needs protection. Shout out to Grown Man Business.
Yeah, Grown Man Business. I sent you an email, bro.
Chef Cassius Turner. This situation happened to me. I did 4 months on a non-release bail hearing for coming to get my child. That alerted me that my child was abused. Wow.
That's what I'm saying. See? Even though it was legit, while he went over there, he the one's gonna get set up for failure.
All right, you can go ahead and roll that not so beautiful bean footage.
No, it ain't beautiful at all, but check it out. It's gonna take her about almost a minute because she trying to make herself cry and shit like that before she start talking. You cannot make this shit up when he's.
Hold on, wait. Yeah, let me just say that very clear. Listen, I don't care what happened to somebody, and maybe I just need to adjust to the new world that we live in. But when something bad happens, and the first thing you do is I gotta set my camera up and go on social media and go live and record the video, and they sitting there, they be fixing their hair while they do. I'm like, listen. I'm sorry. The sincerity of whatever you're talking about is killed for me.
Exactly.
I can't
take you serious at all.
Yeah, but anyway, carry on.
Let's go. What's she wiping? $20 seconds.
I need to say more.
30 seconds. 40 seconds. 50 seconds.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be done with, because I'm tired of motherfuckers trying to blame me for what happened today. I'm gonna say this, and I don't give a fuck how nobody feels down here or nothing, because I watched him die. Like, the police still out here. I'm gonna say my side, and I'm gonna leave it alone, and this is gonna be it. Okay, so, alright, so me and him got into it last night. He was gone out of town, so he came back around 3 or 4 this morning. He came back, and okay, so I'm sorry. He came back, and when he came back.
Look, she trying to see who watching this shit.
That's what I know. She trying to make sure the view count right. If she say y'all get the likes up, then I'm turn it off.
Right. She directly said get them likes up. It looked that from what I'm hearing now, it looked like he was come from out of town. I thought they both was out of town, but he came from out of town and she's acting the fool when he got home for whatever reason. Let's continue.
Okay, so he had came back. We arguing or whatever. So, you know, the police got called because we loud, throwing shit. Y'all know how my temper is, y'all. Like, y'all know how my temper is. Y'all know I don't give a fuck once I'm mad. I'm mad, bro.
Now, you heard what she said, right?
Mm-hmm.
She said, once I get mad, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You know that crazy case shit off Tales from the Hood. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So she don't give a fuck. And she know she in an apartment complex, knowing they're going to call the police. But like she said, she didn't give a fuck. And these motherfuckers don't give a fuck. They don't. Check it out.
Y'all know, well, if you know me, y'all know that's how I am. Like, y'all know me. So, like, okay, so we into it, y'all. So the police came. He trying to run for the police, y'all. And he got hit by a fucking car. Like, I watched him die. I fucking watched him die. Like, y'all, I swear to God. I was... Everybody mad at me. You want to talk shit to me for what? Like, yeah, we got into it. Police got called. We in fucking apartment complex. Of course, the police gonna get fucking called, bro. Like,
and you heard what she said. She said, of course, the police gonna get called. So then, why would you continue to cause this havoc in the house, knowing that the police gonna come? And you know what could happen if
because she said when she get mad, she
don't give a fuck.
She don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Crazy case shit. That's what I'm saying. But then you on here trying to play victim, and you want somebody to feel sorry for you, talking about you didn't do nothing. That's what gets me. You know what I mean? But you're gonna have some simple force to say, it ain't your fault. I understand. Or some fake ass queen talking about, you know, we ain't gonna go against the code. So it's his fault. She didn't do nothing. Or she gonna probably say it's the police fault. No, it's her fault. It's her fault. She egged all this shit on with her toxic masculinity and set him up for failure. And they got a kid together, and you're gonna hear her talk about now I gotta take care of my son or take care of my child. She really crying because that money is gone, and she got to start all over again.
Shout out to Clue. He says I've seen better acting from AOC at the southern border. Shout out to you. Appreciate it. Shout out to the Mac, the trucker in the building says, did she post the funeral on IG as well? Yeah, niggas be live streaming funerals nowadays. And stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Man, like I'm sitting there scrolling down Facebook timeline. I did not need to see somebody a dead body, somebody I know. Like I didn't need to see it. I didn't need to see it. If I don't go to your funeral, I don't want to see you dead. Anyway, sorry.
This just happened days ago. This is recent.
Yeah.
This is recent. This ain't so I'm not sure if they had a funeral or not, but this just happened. Just the nerve of her. The first thing she do when she got the police cars to get on social media.
Yeah. It's all about social media. Like that's I don't think I will ever fully adjust to those times.
Yeah.
Where everything that like even when I'm at my son's basketball games or if I'm at some event with my kids, I'm sitting there chilling watching it. Everybody else is just is gotta live stream it on Facebook. I haven't even adjusted to that. I want to enjoy the damn moment, but everybody else look at no matter what happened, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's gonna be the worst day of your life or the best day of your life. If they didn't live stream it, it never happened. That's how people operate. It's like, damn.
Yeah, I don't do that live stuff.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
No.
I don't understand it. But shout out to the Mac the Trucker. Also, shout out to Kareem.
Shout out to Kareem.
Adolphus. Yeah, I think I said that right. Kareem Adolphus says, great show, brother. Salute and shout out to you. Appreciate it. And my man, Mr. Tobert in the building, says this is why Kevin Samuels always asks, were you verbally abusive as well? Ass beatings don't fall out of the sky. Yeah, one of the beautiful things about his show when they say things like, well, there was toxicity in the relationship. What kind of toxicity? Well, there was some violence in the relationship. With who? Well, we were fighting from time to time. Who was hitting who? Well, I would slap him when he made me mad. I'm like, oh, okay. So she was just going to call it. It was some toxicity in the relationship. But when he interrogate him, we find out that she was the one with the temper that was going upside his head. But they would just try to sweep it under the rug. Nobody asked no questions and find out that it was like what she said. Y'all know when I get mad, I don't give a fuck. But yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, Mr. Tobert in the building. Shout out to you. Appreciate the super chat. Whenever they say, well, my last relationship broke up because there was violence in the relationship. I crack up. He asked, okay, how often did you beat him up? like, yeah. Don't try to get me with that innocent shit. Sweet Melody speaks in the building. She doesn't seem fit for a child.
She don't. But that's who they give custody to.
Oh yeah.
They don't, but them are the most best fit for them, government daddy. They do it all the time.
Cut it out, soul provider. Says the body may have blood on it. Shout out to you. Appreciate you.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Shout out to you. I shouted you out earlier in the show today. I forgot. Oh yeah, when you talked about Derek Jackson intern.
Yeah,
that was. I think Soul Provider made that phrase up. The Derek Jackson interns, the simps that come through with the pandering, the pander bears. We was probably gonna get it. Then we might not even get it. Then we may end up opening it up before we even get into the panda bears that's on the thumbnail. But definitely shout out to Soul Provider. and everybody that's coming through and supporting on the super chat. And we got 559 people in the building, 292 on the likes. Let's try to get those likes up to 330, 350 right now. 8 people on the dislike. Let's get the
of
likes
course.
up. Oh yeah, don't you got a sound effect for the dislike?
Yes, I do. Appreciate y'all.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Not at all. Yeah. Baby mama tears.
Right on.
And you got another one, bro.
Back in here, he says, shout out to Mr. Palmer for the Crazy K reference, Tales from the Hood. I haven't seen that in so long. I don't even get the reference, but I haven't seen that in so long.
I saw it yesterday, man. Yeah, that dude. Okay, I'm going to just say it right quick. It was some twisted shit where he was dreaming and it really happened in reality. And at the end, I'm just going to say at the end, he just kept saying, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And at the end, he ended up getting shot the fuck up because of his that mindset. I don't give a fuck.
Says Tales from the Hood, shaking my head, Lord have mercy. Imagine Crazy K as a simp enforcer. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Bear community. We in the bear community do not pander. You take that pandering to the wolf pack. That's their job. I'm waiting for Black Wolf to come through. He got his own special greeting in here. Shout out to Black Wolf. All right, let's go ahead and roll some more of this not so beautiful bean footage. But for people who may have came in late, who may not know exactly what's going on here, see, this took a turn that I didn't expect. This was basically the two of them was just arguing and was I don't know if they was fighting or I don't know what was going on. She kind of told on herself when she was like, and y'all know how I get when I get mad because I don't give a fuck. I just go ham when I get mad. So basically, it sounded like she was the aggressor in the situation in a fight that her and her boyfriend was having. They live in an apartment. Somebody called the police. When the police came, he ran, which that tells me some things about him because you never technically don't gotta. I mean, you must have got warrants if you're running, because even if you just go and get a little smack on the wrist, go to jail or get took to jail for that moment, I understand, but yeah, that running from the police, that's some guilty of some other shit type. You're guilty of some other stuff if you just running on site when the police show up. Whatever I allegedly did, I'll go ahead and fight against that. Okay,
right.
Go ahead and arrest me. I'm gonna go ahead and get arrested, bail myself out, and then go fight for whatever the justice or injustice was. I'm gonna fight in court, standing on my own 2 feet, versus running or getting into an MMA wrestling match with the police in the middle of the street. That's going to result in nothing good. So that's how any thinking man with a halfway decent head on his shoulder understands. That's how you fight the system. You go and fight the system in the courtroom, standing on your feet. You don't go wrestling with the stormtroopers. Like those are insignificant, cogs in the machine. So yeah, that ain't who you fight. That ain't who you fight. You don't fight the stormtroopers. So that's the one major takeaway for men when you end up in a situation like that. But hopefully we got brothers with decent heads on their shoulders that are doing everything in their life to minimize the probability of getting in a situation like that, dealing with an out-of-pocket chick. But either way it go, let's roll the rest of this not so beautiful bean footage.
Fucking cold, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, I've been in the back of a fucking police car for 3 hours. They just let me out the fucking car. They just let me out there, bitch. Like, they just let me out.
They just let me out this bitch, and the first thing you do is run on social media. I'll be goddamn. She telling y'all, I just got out of the police car. They just let me out. Fake ass tears and all this shit. You can't make this shit up. Fake cries. She trying.
I just need to say my side, bro. And I'm gonna be done with this shit. Like, I won't bring it up no more because my still died. Like, I really don't want to think his man's real. Like, motherfuckers don't know how they feel. Like, all because me and him got into it. And motherfuckers trying to put they 2 cents and shit. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Like, y'all, I swear to God, I see him bust up in the face. I see him, like, I see him dead, bro. I see him. I'll make it out here.
That was it, man. You know, she said I'm finna get on out of here and all that shit.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, after you done crying, like Clue said, please subscribe. Please subscribe to my
Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all share this video. I've actually heard some do that after some of those videos. They said make sure y'all share it. I've actually seen that. No bull.
You can't make this shit up, bro.
No, you can't. No, you can't. It's crazy. Like looking at that situation, I could see how she could very well be on some. It's her. She feel like it's her fault. Is she trying to do whatever she got to do to try to clear her name in the court of public opinion?
Right.
That's more or less what I look at this as. She's trying to clear her name in the court of public opinion because it was a fight that she was the aggressor in, based off what she said earlier.
Right.
And the police pull up. He take off running from the police. Got hit by a car. So yeah, that's she feeling like it's her fault. She feeling like it's her fault. And you could argue that it ain't. I mean, they had a fight. They probably fight all the time. He ran. When the police came, and then she didn't know he was gonna get hit by a car, but she's still feeling guilty because she probably started the shit.
Right.
There it is.
You know they was gonna call the police, and I'm sure it's not the first time police was called. I'm sure of that.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Jessica X in the building. My last £2.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Shout out to Jessica X. Appreciate the super chat. Sick Lid in the building says, Jessica X, what does $10 get me? Uh-oh. Putting the offer on the table.
What do we get for $10? Everything you want. Everything? Everything.
You straight putting an offer on the table. Conservative Culture and Politics Review in the building. He says that bonnet though. Yeah, see, I'm thinking she didn't have it on before she shot the video, but then she when she got ready to shoot the video, she said, let me reach for the. It's like that. They put the bonnet on to just cover up all the they covering up the fact that it probably looked like a bunch of spiders up there having a meeting. Shout out to Friday. Shout out to Smokey. It's probably look like a bunch of spiders up there having a meeting. So she had to cover that up. Toriel Boxley in the building says, be our key word, a thinking man. We need more black men to be thinkers and get away from these hyenas. Absolutely 100% agree. I don't really talk/deal with hyenas for years. I don't deal with them either. Shout out to you. Appreciate the super chat. But I don't draw the line hyena, say black woman hyena. Like I said, my woman is black and she don't act a goddamn fool. So those that I look at it as behavior. Those that display those types of behaviors, we definitely need to get away from. That's the unfortunate thing. There's always going to be some men who gonna go sticking their dick in it, and some men I've heard say they got a preference for the ratchet types, and that's oh my god, that I don't understand.
Well, that's on you. That's on you then.
Yeah. I treat them the same way I treat the chicks that be like, oh, I like that thug love. I like them hood niggas. I gotta be a roughneck. Or Obsidian was talking about on his show today. They played that one song. I think that was Destiny Child talking about a soldier. Need a soldier. Yeah. I mean, if your stated preference in men is directly correlated to the types of problems that you're having with men, yeah, that's on you. That's when we can say it's your fault. Not your fault you chose them, your fault you continue to choose these types of men. So if a dude is saying, oh, I like them hood chicks, and he keep running into hood chick problems, then yeah, we can legitimately say that your preference in women is directly correlated to the types of problems that you keep having with women. And for that one, no, I got no sorry for you. Yeah, I got no cape. I got no cape for you.
Nope. You play with your own risk. You play at your own risk. That's on you.
Ash L in the building. He said, I seen my uncle's life get destroyed by a baby mama terrorist. She left him and emptied out his bank account and moved south, and he didn't know they were married.
You can't make this shit up.
Yeah, it's wild.
This happen often. It happen just like that.
That is wild.
And he was.
My bad. I interrupted you with the 5 on it. Go ahead. You got it.
No, I was just saying, and he was married. You know, because a lot of people want to say, well, you should have did the right way and got married. You can be married or unmarried. Doesn't make a difference. Doesn't matter. It does not matter.
Right on. Terrell Boxley in the building. Yeah, okay. So we definitely in agreement with that. Hyena isn't just black women. Shout out to you.
Nope.
Appreciate the super chat.
They coming all for them.
These last $2. I'm not gonna lose.
Right on. Definitely. Shout out to everybody who's in the building right now. We got 554 people in the building, 325 on the likes. Let's get those likes up right now. Let's bump it up to 350. I know I got some people that came in, was enjoying the show and didn't get right to it, didn't hit the like button. You could take the time right now to go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that like button. Switching gears a little bit. You can bring that down. We're probably gonna open it up in a little bit. How much time you got?
I got the 2-hour mark.
Oh, we only going 2 hours?
We go 2.5.
Okay,
cool. I gotta run for my child support. You know what I do?
Yeah, you got
you know what I do. Shit.
You said this YouTube is your part-time job. Your full-time job is running for
child support. Shit, you know that.
Yeah, they gonna catch you, man. You running from that child support. You gonna catch a cramp. You gonna catch a cramp. They gonna get you.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, they gonna get you. But just to make sure I ain't being clickbaity. In the thumbnail, we got the simp enforcers up. Those are the ones. We ain't talking about the ones that be out there in the fields. Putting life and limb on the line for these broads. Let's talk about the dudes who, no matter what happened on social media, no matter what we're talking about, no matter how bad it is, they're running to the defense. Running to
like a Umar Johnson.
Yeah. Let's touch on those ones, because, like I said in the beginning of the show, it's the white knight simp enforcer who just enforces the pathology, who puts a pacifier in it, who puts a band-aid on it. That's the Umar Johnson. That's what DJ Envy was doing. That's what Derek Jackson has done for years. I got a lot of the other cast of characters in the thumbnail as well.
You know what? I got something. While we talking about Mr. Umar Johnson, take this down, and I'm gonna look for something, and I want y'all to see for yourself on what I mean by a simp enforcer. When it comes to Umar Johnson, like I said, a lot of people love him for what he do. I have no issue with him when it comes to what he's trying to do with the black community, what he has done. But when it comes to him or any fake ass black pro that talk about we support our queens regardless of what they do, they don't have self accountability, you need to stay in your lane of what you do. Even when they talk about child support, they know what the fuck they talking about. And for him to sit back and say that we gotta support our queens, they can't do no wrong. Did y'all know that he has a baby mama terrorist pro-black queen who's eliminating him from seeing his 6-year-old daughter? Well, at the time, 6-year-old daughter. He was only able to see her at the grandmother house.
Whoa. See, that I didn't know.
Yes, he was not allowed to see his daughter. Then she ended up putting him on child support. And he says, I ain't paying for a child I can't see. Fuck child support, which I don't blame him. I'm finna look for it now.
Okay.
I'll let you know. And the fact of the matter is, when he was going through that situation, so many fake black queens came getting his ass. After that, since he realized that was his bucket plate, that's where he get most of his money from, he shut his mouth. He tried to call it out twice. He tried. But them fake black queens said, how dare you go against the code? I'm for child support.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on,
Damn.
real quick. Jessica X is asking who's Paul Mooney. You're gonna Jessica X. You're gonna lose your half black card asking that question. Be careful. Be careful. You're gonna use. you only got half of a black card. You're gonna lose that. No, Paul Mooney is that dude. Look him up. Look him up.
He's a comedian.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, he used to write for Richard Pryor. He's been in the game for a minute. You losing your time. But I had to interrupt you. Got to crack.
I understand. That was a shocking moment. I believe. I understand. Yes. I found it, brother. You can go ahead and put it back on. Okay, check this out. Let me see if I can make it closer, because I want y'all to see what I'm reading now. Most likely, whoever posted this was the baby. 9 out of 10, it was the baby mama tears. Now they say he got a couple of kids. I only know about this one. I'm going to speak on what I know and what I researched. Mm-hmm. This was in 2018 when he was calling the shit out. This person, most likely baby mama tears, somebody he fucked with or something. Umar Johnson's a fraud. They made a page for that. January 11th. This what this person said. Deadbeat dad Umar. And I want y'all to hear, like I told y'all, the one with these degrees or educated are the worst baby mama tears ever. So I want y'all to understand what this motherfucker's saying. May I present you a school example of a deadbeat dad by the name of Umar Johnson, who refused to pay child support for his daughter while he can visit her at her grandma's house. You heard that, right? He refused to pay child support for his daughter while he can visit her at her grandmother's house. Not at his house, but at the mother's grandma, baby mama Tara's house.
Do they say what happened, the reason why he could only visit the kid at his grandmother's house?
They never said, but 9 times out of 10, it's just like a lot of fathers go through. He ain't with her. She's mad, bitter, mad, and everything else.
Yeah. Now, I want to make it clear before you even go further. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to clown him for that one right there, because that sounds like some BS. That sounds like that sounds like some BS. But what we can clown him for is that he constantly running to the defense of these queens.
That's what exactly.
But he got a queen limiting his access to his children.
Right.
But he gonna talk talk about like Kevin Samuels tripping.
Right.
The Black Manosphere, the YouTubians.
Right.
The YouTubians of derangement and division of devastation of whatever, all those D words he like to use.
Right.
He's gonna make it seem like we tripping, even though he went through the same thing.
Right.
Where he's limited access. He only can see. He got to do supervised visits at his grandmother's at the grandmother's house.
Right.
Okay.
At her the child's grandmother. That's not even his mother. He can't even take the child to his mother's house or his house. He can't take her outside that house. And that's the thing. This what I'm reading is not about dissing Umar for not paying child support. I'm fuck child support. Why would I go against him for that? He say fuck child support the same way I say fuck child support. But of course, it's him, Umar. I say fuck child support. I'm deadbeat. But like I said, people pick and choose on who's right and wrong, even though we both got the same beliefs when it comes to this shit. But like I said, the person is trying to say he should pay child support because he sees the daughter at grandma's house. Now, here we come with I got my education as a child therapist or psychologist. Whoever this person is says, as a child therapist or psychologist, Umar seems to forget the interest of the child he practically has no bonding with since he chooses to be an absent father. Now, how's he being an absent father when the baby mama Ted's not allowing him to take time with the child?
Hold on, wait. He choose to be an absent father, but his court order documents saying he only can see him at the grandmother's house when the kid is with the grandmother.
Right, and this is somebody
once a week.
Right, and this is somebody that got a so-called degree in child therapist and psychology. These are the ones that work for the court system, y'all, that supposed to help the kids and be a spokesperson for the kids, that will sit back and say the father shouldn't be around, the father's unfit and everything else. These are the ones that work for child support, family court. These are the ones that's talking this rhetoric, talking about they got their degrees. I told you, the worst baby mama tear is the one that got these degrees, because it's a shield to hide behind. She said, as a child therapist and a psychologist, Umar seems to forget the interests of the child he practically has no bonding with since he chose to be an absent father. He did not choose to be an absent father, y'all. She don't want him to be in the picture. And if he is going to be in the picture, you got to follow and dance by her music. And he ain't going. Let's continue. You can't under no circumstance expect a mother to let a 6-year-old child to be alone with you if that child has never been comfortable with you in her life in the first place. You need to bond with that child first. How can I bond with a child with other people around? I just want you to understand what this clown's saying. He the father, and you treating him like he's a goddamn stepdaddy, or he just came in the picture. How would a child know she don't want to be bothered with him unless somebody's manipulating this child to not want to be around him? You see what I'm saying? You can't. That's why I say you can't make this shit up. Let's continue. Secondly, Umar has failed to make arrangement through court or mediation if he really wants to have a fair share of quality time with a child. I wonder why that is. But as you can see, he loves to rant about this on video and blame everyone else. Don't that sound like what these baby mama tears do when y'all have issue with y'all situation? They say they point the finger. Right, exactly. So see, he in the same boat as us. Now, but as you can see, he loves to rant about this on video and blame everybody else but himself. Umar seems to forget that he's creating his own version of ADHD, aka ain't no daddy at home disorder, with his own kids, since he lacks self-reflection and responsibility to do what he's supposed to do. See, meaning that he's supposed to kiss her ass and whatever you say, boss, and I'll dance by your music. I'll pay whatever you want. I'll go over grandma's house and everything else. But since he ain't dancing by her music and sticking to her code, now he's a deadbeat, don't want to be a father, run for child support just like they say I do. Now, he's giving black men a bad rep, and he surely does not lead by example. He ain't give me a bad rep. That's his life, not mine. They be killing me with this. He's giving a bad rep amongst black men when it's 51% black men who are fatherless or childless and not married. But yet, y'all make it like it's a whole group of people. That's the 80-20 rule. And for you ladies, I want you to hear what she said. For you ladies, think twice before you open your legs to this guy. She didn't say think twice before you open your legs to these type of guys or a Pookie or whatever. She said to this guy.
Yeah.
You can open your leg up to another Pookie. Don't open your leg up to Umar Pookie. Open up to Mr. Palmer Pookie. That was you can open your legs up to him, but don't open up to him. She didn't say.
Yeah, she just specifically saying don't give
him
my baby daddy no pussy.
Right. Him. See, that's what I say. They never hold these motherfuckers accountable. They say don't fuck him. They didn't say don't fuck the other Pookie. Otherwise, you'll be baby mama number 4. I didn't know he had 4 kids. I don't know about the one, but evidently he got 4 kids.
No, she said baby mama number 4. So that means 3 baby. Yeah, no, well, 3. I'm just 3 baby mamas. That's worse than having just right. 4 kids.
He got 3 baby mamas, and I guess they'll be number 4. But
that's wild.
But yet they get pregnant by this dude, have a kid by this dude, and they say the same rhetoric. You chose single motherism. But then you put it on him, a pumping and dumping all y'all motherfuckers, but you chose single motherism. Since you know this shit, I'm sure they know, but you don't mind being number 5, 6. Look at Lil Durk. He got 6 kids, and now he pregnant with number 7, and she say, yeah, I already know this, and I don't mind. But then
any chick that became at least baby mama, if you became baby mama number 3, you literally, it's non-negotiable. You chose single motherism. Ain't no question. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it.
I agree, but they'll put on Lil Durk and say it's his fault. No, you got the body, you got the choice, you got that power. It's your fault, and that's what I'm saying. They don't want to hold no accountability. It's his fault. No, it's your fault.
Yeah, like literally, you give raw sexual access to a man who already got 4 baby mamas. You are literally, you don't get to complain about there being, a lack of fathers in the home.
Yeah,
you don't get to complain about black men being bad dads if you can give raw pussy to a man who already got 3, 4, 5 kids by 3, 4, or 5 different women. Nah, you don't get to do that.
What, 8 kids and people still get pregnant by this dude.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But then they say he's the deadbeat and his fault. No, it's your fault. You knew what you was getting yourself into. That's your fault. You chose that.
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Shane Vicious in the building. He says, I think you
moist.
You moist. Oh, must, but you moist. You moist.
Yeah, you moist.
The knee to the daggle. I think he's the okay, he's not Umar Moist. Okay, I got it.
Oh, Umar Moist.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Hey, yeah, Moist.
we was late, but we got you, Shane. We got it.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
All right.
Moist. Now,
all right, hold on. There was another one.
Another one.
Sick lid in the building said Jessica X brings. Okay, what is this word right here? Is that some Paragis? I don't know what those. Somebody let me know what those are to a 4th of July cookout. Get the fuck out of here. You talking about her half black card that she almost lost when she didn't know who Paul Mooney was. So yeah, she's bringing tea and crumpets to a 4th of July cookout in the hood. That ain't gonna work. Keep your tea and crumpets. But anyway, shout out to Sick Lid with the $10 super chat. All right, and just when I was talking about women complaining about black men being bad fathers, and meanwhile giving raw pussy to somebody who already got 4 kids by 4 different women. There wasn't a specific individual I was talking about at all, but I will just play. There wasn't no specific individual that I was talking about when I referenced that. Anyway, all right. Those who get it. All right. Shout out to Honey69, who does not have an OnlyFans. Her grandchildren call her Honey. She happens to be born in 1969. Nothing is suggestive about that name. Do not try to contact her with an offer on the table. She's not selling pussy anymore. I mean, at all, ever. She sells fish dinners now. She's done. She's done doing that. She don't live that life no more. Shout out to Honey69. You also don't get to complain when you know they don't take care of their first ones and now not taking care of yours. Right on. That's the point that I've been making. You're with us. You're following along. Well, shout out to you. I don't have a $15 special greeting. I gotta get one, but I drop a bomb for you. Thank you, Honey69, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Yeah, are you about to roll some footage?
Oh yeah, we're gonna roll some footage
of the great Dr. Umar.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, you got it.
Yes, sir.
I think that many sisters may try to throw me under the bus in an attempt to get closer to Big Bird. After me, he probably has the second largest platform outside of our brothers and sisters in the entertainment industry. So, they're probably looking at this and they say, hey, if I throw Dr. Umar under the bus, that might get me in with him. But what they fail to realize is that Big Bird isn't interested in traditional African women with traditional African features. He doesn't do dark skin. He don't do locks. He don't do twisties. He don't do afro. He's very much European in his appeal and in his taste. So black women who are willing to destroy Dr. Umar to try to get in with him, I don't know how far that's going to take them.
Big Bird, they say Big Bird means white people or white woman. It's one or the other. That's what I was told when you say Big Bird.
Oh shit! I didn't know that at all. I know what the hell he was talking about.
Somebody told me when he say Big Bird trying to go to white women or white people, like run to the white people, get this ain't about Kevin. This is about him going through the bullshit with his baby mama terrorists. That's what it's about.
Right on. Ricky Manor in the building. Shout out to Ricky Manor. Yeah. I got a one-on-one schedule with him tomorrow. We don't even got the topic already worked out, but I've been checking out his content, man. He got some great content over there. So y'all can preliminarily go and subscribe to that brother. He's gonna be on the show tomorrow. I watched a little bit of his content for 5 minutes and I was like, I'm sold. This brother definitely gotta rock it out with him. So yeah, that's good brother over there. Got some great content.
Yes, he is.
Great content. So shout out to Ricky Manor in the building.
Yep.
$5 super. The 5 on it and drop the bomb. I'm trying to shoot. I can't even rinse you up right now. I'll probably try to do that once we start rolling the footage real quick. But shout out to you. We'll be getting it in tomorrow. Coach Ali's Corner in the building. Okay, so pierogies are dumplings stuffed with potatoes and cheese. Okay, thank you. I'm glad we got that figured out. That's like not quite tea and crumpets like I thought it was, but all right. Dumplings stuffed with potatoes and cheese. Hashtag Fat Boy. Shout out to Coach Ali's Corner. Y'all go check out that brother's content as well. You need to get together, get another one in. I keep forgetting to email you, like I forget to email everybody. Shout out to I know I saw another one. The one JPTV says, "Good morning, YouTube with Bernard Riley and Judge Palmer."
Yeah, they call me Judge Palmer.
Right on. I heard some people doing that. I didn't know that it was an official thing, but I did see that.
Yeah, I take these baby mama tests and send before to the trial on my platform.
Yeah. Make that happen. I'll watch it every day. Y'all chemistry is player. Right on. Appreciate you coming through with the $10 super chat. Oh, and somebody is correcting me on that pronunciation. We about to get back to the not so beautiful bean footage, but somebody, hold on, I lost it. Where did it go? All right, we got to get the pronunciation right. He said it's pronounced
Pierogies.
See, you can put the proper pronunciation for niggas. We still gonna get it wrong. Pierogies. I still don't know.
I don't know either, brother.
Yeah, we just gonna move on. We on. It's some British Queen of England. The shit they served the Queen Elizabeth. All right, cool. All right, we got it. Go ahead.
All right.
Well, brothers and sisters, just because they're moving the lynching to a larger area doesn't mean that they are necessarily intimidated by the support that I may get. It may very well be the case that a lot of people have called, but not a lot of people have written letters, or maybe still further, not necessarily will there be a lot of people there Monday morning at 9 a.m. in this extreme weather that we have. So, they may just want to embarrass me on a larger scale, because they're clearly willing to accommodate the larger audience. Maybe they're required to by law. I don't know, but for me, it's not necessarily a cause for celebration. I have to see what happens on Monday at 9 o'clock, and we will take it from there. And I'll know who's really for me and who's not. No, not at all. The reason I'm going to child support isn't because I don't want to take care of my 6-year-old daughter. I'm going to child support because I refuse to give money if I cannot see my child. My daughter's mother has never allowed me to spend a single day with my daughter in her 6.5 years on this planet. If I want to see her, I have to go sit on her grandmother's couch. I don't have a problem paying for my baby, but all I asked for was 1 day a week.
Now, mind you, he said all he asked for is 1 day a week. He not asked for equal parenting time. Hell, he's not even asked for every other weekend. He's asked for 1 day out the week, and she's not allowing it. And she want him to pay child support for a child he can't see. And it's not about him not trying to be a father. See, I'm talking about Umar Johnson, the father, not Umar Johnson, Simp force. On this video is Umar Johnson, the father, trying to get his rights. because he is the father, and she want him to pay child support and dance by her music. He got to go over to her grandma terrace, the grandma terrace house, her mother house, to be around the child. And he's calling this shit out. And this one of these, we support our kings, Black Lives Matter, George Floyd, and everything else, but got their man on child support, setting them up for failure. But they say they're against white supremacy, except when it comes to the systematic that we call child support. That's funny, ain't it? That's why I don't take the motherfucker serious at all.
Man, let me say this, because I remember when me and Obsidian was going in on Umar. Well, mostly Obsidian was going in on him, because Obsidian went ham that day. But he was going in on him for, him coming at the YouTubians and coming after Kevin Samuels. So Obsidian was going in about it, and somebody had super chatted and was like, yeah, didn't Dr. Umar Johnson abandon his children or something like that? And I didn't even know this. I didn't even know this, but I pumped the brakes, stopped the show. Like, hold on. Hold on. We can't talk about how messed up this system is and how messed up these women are and how they be weaponizing that system. But just because, we disagree with Umar on a lot of points.
Yeah.
But when it came to that, I was like, I'm not about to charge this man up with not taking care of his kids.
Right.
Not about to charge him up with that without any facts and details. Now we getting some facts and details, and we finding out that it's the same type of stuff that we talk about. So that's why. So because we know, we shouldn't jump on side with the sisterhood,
but
or
they
the
do.
Mama terrorists and say and charge up another brother, just like they was trying to charge up Kevin Samuels and trying to say, oh, well, he didn't pay child support, or he didn't do this, or he didn't do that. Dr. Umar Johnson, even though he legally was probably in the wrong, from here, I understand where he's coming from. And no, I didn't pay it for a kid that she was not allowing me to see, and the only thing I wanted was one goddamn day. The only thing I wanted is one day.
One day.
Pay it. Not 1 week, not 1 week on, 1 week off, like what I was fighting for. No, one day. That's all he wanted, was one day, and she was blocking that, and so he pulled back. Even though he legally was in the wrong, but I understand. I understand him not wanting to pay. I know you don't care about the legal. I care about the legal. I know that.
No, I'm talking about as far as like this. Is basically what I'm saying. Whoever that person was, if it was a dude, simp enforcer. Because first thing he want to do is say he abandoned his child. He didn't want to pay child support.
No,
all that shit.
Well, no, I don't even know if he was doing that. It was just that he fell for that trap of all the knowledge that we kick about how the system is and how it's against you when it came to somebody who we disagree with on the merits of other points. Okay, I guess you could say he did go full simp enforcer.
Simp enforcer, I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying, man. He did. But I think he pumped the brakes and understood where he messed up. So he did learn that don't be so quick to charge a brother up until you got the details. Now the problem with Umar Johnson, because we ain't got a cape on for Umar Johnson right now, but we're pointing out the hypocrisy, how he's coming after these YouTubians who are saying all of these things about the Black Queen
and he's
all of that.
The same thing.
You are in the same damn boat. Same damn boat.
Right.
That's what we calling out here.
And then
that's the pathology of the simp.
But he still call him Queen.
Yeah, he don't care. He could be in the trenches dealing with it 10 times over. He's still gonna publicly go on a platform, turn that camera on, look into that camera, and say stuff that he know is some bullshit.
Exactly. Like I said, you can't make this shit up. That's why I'm like, how can you talk about Kevin Samuels being wrong and people in the Black manosphere being wrong when you was done over by your own queen, not by a big bird, white woman, whoever. You was done by one of your we support our kings. And then now you want to talk about everybody else for calling it out because you don't want to call it out. And then when you did call it out, they shut you down and you shut your mouth because that's your plate. That's your money plate. Because he got a loyal female following. And when he did that, he went against the code and he was going to lose that collection plate. You know what I'm saying? So he had to shut his mouth. But we're going to continue what he's talking about because he's telling the truth and he's stating the story. But like I say, he ain't going to ever bring that back up.
And neither my daughter's mother or her mother, the grandmother, have been willing to let me spend one day a week with my daughter in 6.5 years. She has never been with her father. So she's taken me to court to avoid working with me, to avoid letting me see my child. But yet they're up on Germantown Avenue selling veggie food, acting like they're holier than thou while keeping a little girl away from her father.
Now, mind you, ain't that what I say?
They definitely understand.
Hold on, my bad.
When
now you see what I'm talking about? You heard what he said? She out there selling her bean pies, whatever, at her own little grocery store. Holier than thou. Ain't that what I talk about? These baby mama terrors with these degrees and money and all that. They go in there, they got a shield to hide behind and play like, I don't get down like that. I'm Mary Poppins. And he just said it. She's trying to play holier than thou, but keeping the father away out the picture. That's what that's what these baby mama terrorists do. They keep the man out the picture. They play victim and play like, I didn't do nothing. That's just him. He doesn't want to be a father. He a deadbeat. And the sad part about it is these Simp forces will believe it. These feminists will believe it. You know what I'm saying? They will believe it regardless of what they see. They'll never go against the code. And that's why I tell men on my platform, we have to change the laws in our mind. And we have to put this shit out there because this shit been going on since forever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so happy to say I got brothers on my platform who don't even have kids that's learning not to fall for this type of rhetoric, not to be in this situation. So it's not just men who went through it or going through it. It's young men who are seeing the light from everybody's platform in the manosphere, and they not going. And that's one of the reasons why I'm putting it out here, because we don't need our future be going down the same route because they didn't know no better. Lack of knowledge. You know, that's why we're out here doing a service for you. And even I got women on my platform that support and know what I'm talking about because they saw their father go through it or their husband or significant other. You can't make this shit up. And shout out to them. Because I'm starting to get more women on my platform just as much now. So, but people will still sit back and tell you that's not true. The court is for who was the most best fit. It's fair. It's legit. But y'all holler white supremacy. That's why I don't take these motherfuckers serious. Let's continue.
Yeah, good stuff. Hold on real quick before we continue. My man, Perfect Blackness in the building. That's it. Hey, have you interviewed Perfect Blackness on your show?
That's my boy. He from Chicago, man. We Chicago fan. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that one. I was about to say, y'all definitely.
We're gonna do another one though.
Perfect.
Yeah, I interviewed him a couple of times.
Yeah, Perfect Blackness is no doubt a soldier on that battlefield. He fighting for custody. He thousands of dollars in, and I think he only got like 30% custody. I don't know how many years, and I don't know how long the fight been, and he well deep into the thousands.
He's been falsely accused. He's been falsely accused of some type of sexual pedophile shit 5 fucking times by a lying ass baby mama terrorist. 5 times.
Yeah, it's
5 times, y'all, and they still won't get him custody of his daughter. She been caught in her lies 5 fucking times.
You said she been caught in her lies. Like they proved that it was a lie.
It was proved as a lie. She accused him of molesting his baby, watching child porn, abusing that kid in front of public, and more sexual activities amongst his daughter. And they still got her custody. 5 times.
Even after the lies were confirmed.
5 times, brother. It's in Chicago where I'm at. Chicago. 5 times, and he still don't have custody. There's something wrong with this motherfucker.
Perfect Blackness in the building. He says, I normally agree with Dr. Umar, but he's flat wrong when it comes to black women. The community cannot be rebuilt with the women we have. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Yeah, I was about to say, y'all definitely, if you and him hadn't linked up yet, that would have been a miracle. Now that I think about it, I know, his life story, what he going through, and your content, yes, that's right in the same lane. So yeah, glad y'all already working together. Shout out to Silent Lamont coming through. He says, just call the law offices up. Thank you for the $2, Silent. Thank you for the $2. We don't.
I was wondering, was you gonna say it? I was like, hey, to say it.
We don't do that here. Man, go on, man. Y'all be wild with that one.
He wasn't gonna say it. I knew you. I'm like, he ain't finna say it.
Y'all be wilding, man. Oh shoot. All right, we go. I forgot where we was at. I was about to say something and I done messed around and forgot what I was gonna say. We can roll some more of this deranged YouTubian of division. They're talking. I'm just playing. So go ahead. Yeah, we can roll some more of the YouTubian. Go ahead. We're gonna call him a YouTubian now.
Yeah.
While keeping a little girl away from her father. I definitely understand when the queens mention that sometimes domestic violence may be at play and women may keep the child away from the father for reasons of domestic violence. Unfortunately, I can't even agree with that because there is supervised visitation. Working in the schools and having been a child therapist, I know that fathers who have abuse issues can visit with their children at family court. They can visit with their children at the police precinct. And of course, we never want a child there. Or the parents can agree on other places for supervised visitation, like church, the community center, another relative's home. So although domestic violence is a very big problem, sisters, please don't use that as an excuse to keep fathers from their children. There is absolutely no reason to keep a dad from his child.
Oh, push pause real quick. This is what I was about to say before I got distracted by Silent's super chat. The lead attorney was talking about on one of his shows, and I always reference this, how it was a woman that was saying violence wasn't even on the table. She was just saying if the man cheated, he shouldn't be able to get 50-50 custody or something like that if he just cheated on the mom. And the lead attorney was going off on how bad that was, but then she came back and said, "Oh, I'm not a parent. I'm a social worker or whatever." And he was like, and he got even more. That was one of the few times he lost it, but he was like, "That's 100 times worse," because now her cockeyed ideology is not just affecting her kids, it's affecting hundreds, if not thousands of people's kids, because he's making decisions based off the actions and behavior of the father, whether or not he cheated or not. Like that has any.
That's why you get divorced.
Yeah, that's like that has any bearings on whether or not he'll be a good father to the kids. Like that has any bearings on whether or not those kids actually need their father. Like, oh man,
they use their kids as a tool, a punishment, a grab bag, attention, a shield, a weapon, and everything else. That's what I'm saying. When women come to me and say, "Well, he cheated," get a divorce. That's what the purpose of divorce is. Break up with him. It don't have nothing to do with him being a father or you. Even if she cheats and she do what she do, it does not have nothing to do with parenting. That's two separate things. But see, when you say that, then they say, "Oh, you support deadbeats." Whatever the fuck. They use that term deadbeat loosely. That's not even the real definition of a deadbeat.
Yeah, I like how you broke that down when we were on the show. You broke down the definition of what a deadbeat actually is. They did a hellified spin move, Jedi mind trick on us, on that, got us thinking a deadbeat is something that it ain't. They spin moved the shit out of us on that one. But shout out to Gerald Kemp. He says, as a 23-year-old, thank you, Bernard and Mr. Palmer, for the daily red pill knowledge. History repeats itself. Stuff going on now will happen in 3021. God damn, he all the way deep in that future. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Appreciate you coming on. Is that for real right there? Was anybody surprised Billy Porter was HIV positive? Okay, I did. That's news.
I never heard nothing about it. I don't watch that dude, so I don't
know. I never knew who he was or what he did for a living other than take pictures on red carpets and dresses. Other than that, don't know nothing about the dude.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, carrying on.
Yes, sir.
Well, brothers and sisters, you have to also keep in mind that a lot of us black men who are kept from seeing our children, we often sometimes try to be patient because we feel that we have an ally in the family. In my case, it was the grandmother. I thought that because we had an open line of communication, that she didn't necessarily agree with her daughter, and that sooner or later, that grandma power would come into play in my situation. I wasn't kept from visiting my daughter. I was never kept from visiting my daughter. I was kept from spending alone time with my daughter.
You still was kept, bro. So you can't say, well, I was able to go see her, but it had to be, over there. I just couldn't take my daughter. You still kept. It doesn't matter. You kept. It's the same thing, man.
You're not able to be a parent
You're not
if
able to be
you
a
only
fucking
can
parent.
if you only can parent at somebody else's house
Exactly.
while somebody else is there. You're
Right.
basically like your uncle dad, but you're barely uncle dad.
Right. You're a friend.
Yeah, you're a friend of the family.
Right.
Yeah.
So go on with that. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to dumb it down now. Let's continue.
Outside of the grandmother's home. So I was a little bit hopeful. It wasn't until I got the child support letter that the hope had expired. Again, we don't have trouble taking care of our children, but time is just as important as money. And that's our only message to Black women. Time is just as important as money.
Bars.
He told the truth on that. But then a lot of people came in his neck. How dare you go against our code? We support you. We pay you to defend us, to tell them that we don't have to accept no accountability for what we do. It is what it is. He went against the code. Let's continue.
To my beautiful Black sisters, there is something that you all have to take responsibility for. And that is many Black women have friends, sisters, cousins, nieces, aunts, who they know are keeping the children from the father, and they don't say anything about it. And what I want Black women to understand is when you are complicit in this war of denying children access to their father, then you contribute to the ever lessening rates of Black men who marry Black women. One of the biggest reasons.
Ooh, spit them bars.
The race.
Now, don't that sound like a red pill?
Spit them bars, Umar. Where you?
Now
you
heard what he said, right? You heard what he said, right? So why is he out here now talking about, we support our queen and regardless of what they do, this, we got to uplift this, when he just called out the same shit that I've been saying, the same shit that a lot of brothers are saying. You see what I'm saying? And he talking with some sense here.
Umar is spitting them bars on this video, man. Will the real Umar Johnson please stand up?
Right. Let's back it up, because that's what I'm saying. He comes with some shit when in 2018, because this was 18, he came with some real shit, but you don't see this all over social media like that. You see what I'm saying? But let's hear it again.
Don't use that as an excuse to keep fathers from their children. There is absolutely no reason to keep a dad from his child. Or brothers and sisters, you have to also keep in mind that a lot of us Black men who are kept from seeing our children, we often sometimes try to be patient because we feel that we have an ally in the family. In my case, it was the grandmother. I thought that because we had an open line of communication, that she didn't necessarily agree with her daughter, and that sooner or later that grandmom power would come into play in my situation. I wasn't kept from visiting my daughter. I was never kept from visiting my daughter. I was kept from spending alone time with my daughter outside of the grandmother's home. So I was a little bit hopeful. It wasn't until I got the child support letter that the hope had expired. Again, we don't have trouble taking care of our children, but time is just as important as money. And that's our only message to Black women. Time is just as important as money. To my beautiful Black sisters, there is something that you all have to take responsibility for. And that is many Black women have friends, sisters, cousins, nieces, aunts, who they know are keeping the children from the father, and they don't say anything about it. And what I want Black women to understand is when you are complicit in this war of denying children access to their father, then you contribute to the ever lessening rates of Black men who marry Black women. One of the biggest reasons a lot of brothers are going outside of the race is they don't have other women in the community to advocate for them once the mother of their children starts playing keep away with the children. And until Black women start holding other Black women accountable, brothers are going to stop marrying you.
Now, you heard what he said, right?
Oh, yeah.
Brothers are going to stop marrying you. Ain't that what a lot of brothers are doing now? Ain't that what a lot of brothers are doing now? Not marrying you. 51% of black men are childless and unmarried. The sad part about it is that's not what he's saying now. He's making excuses and justifying. That's why I say a hypocrite.
Terrell Boxley in the building. He says, I don't call them ours or our women no more. Yeah, I mean, shout out to King Sigma. He's pushing to remove that that verbiage from the lexicon, so to speak. But sometimes we just naturally gonna say it. I mean, we know what we mean. We mean women that are of the same race as us. That's what we're talking about. So we don't. I mean, it turns into a semantical thing. Even though for what King Sigma is talking about, I do definitely understand why he pushes for us to stop saying our women. He does make a really good case, but it's just not a personal thing. I mean, I don't highlight that. I'm going to naturally end up saying it just by accident. That's not something you almost got to train yourself not to say our. It's just,
right.
But anyway, how can we continue to be this foolish and call these German Shepherds hyenas a queen? No, that part right there. Now I had to train myself not to do that. That was easy. Stop calling them queens. Now come on now. You said they're cooked. Yeah, they never just been universally called queens. Yep. No, they've never got that. But just as far as race goes, yeah, I do and will end up saying our women. I will click on that one more time and then keep it moving silent. Need to cut it out with all that nonsense.
you just bleep that one in and out.
Yeah, I'm moving in and out, transitioning in and out when it comes to silent. Shout out to Fear to None with the $2 super sticker. Appreciate you. And everybody liked the last $2, but I'm trying to, where's it at? I'm trying to find the other one. Here we go.
Yeah, let's go, man. I got $2 for you, man. I know I'm a little short, but you come.
Shout out to you. Appreciate the $2 super sticker. Appreciate you. And we got Indigenous TV in the building. He says, Bernard, you think you could shoot for an interview with Umar? And I think I'm bigger than what I am. He ain't go come sit down with me. I mean, I sent him. Listen, and when you in the business of trying to book interviews, you get left. You find out you get left on red a lot by a lot of people. But
yes, sir.
I shoot him one and just see what I just throw it out there into the ether. Just
like it disappears or something.
Yeah. I done got left on red by people who I thought my channel was bigger than. I'm like, but anyway, you don't take it personal. Don't take it personal.
Bro,
but no. Yeah, I don't know if I'm that big to pull an interview with the great good Dr. Umar Johnson. But Umois, y'all funny for that one. Yeah, they definitely funny for that one. Shout out to Corey Draper in the building with the $5 super chat. One thing that he said that I do want to touch on when he said time is more important than money. He says for us, spending time with our children are more important with money. There's a situation with a woman that I know. I was actually dating this woman to go ahead and just put it out there. This woman I was dating. She wasn't my girlfriend, but we was hooking up for a minute. We were dealing with each other, as they say. We was dealing with each other for a minute, and she had a kid, and she was telling me the story of how, her kid's father was on child support. He was picking the kid because she was getting off work at, let's say, 5 o'clock. The kid get out of school at 3 o'clock. He was picking up his daughter, his 5-year-old daughter or 6-year-old daughter, or however old she was. He was picking her up every day at 3 o'clock. Sometimes he'd pick her up and drop her off at the grandmama house. Sometimes he'd pick her up and just hang out, chill, kick it, and just be with his daughter for 2 hours until the mama got off work. That was more or less what he was doing every day. And she appreciated that. He was really, as far as she was concerned, she was a primary parent or whatever, but he was helping her out a lot. Lo and behold, he got behind on his child support. I don't even know if he was working. I don't know the situation. I don't know the situation with the brother, but I'm just hearing it from her perspective. However it worked out, however it played out, he got behind on child support and got locked up. Okay. While he was locked up, she had an epiphany, like, wait a minute. He's locked up over child support. He can't help me if he's locked up. So she realized that, I got to get him off of this child support because him picking her up, him being free and able to pick her up every day and be with her for those few hours until she got off work, or even if he just taking her to the grandmama. I think y'all know where I'm at. I'm about having full custody. I got full custody now. That's where I stand with it. But for the guys who will be on the part-time, stuff, is what it is. But so he was basically part-time dad, but he was seeing her every day, picking her up from school every day. And I, gotta acknowledge this particular woman for realizing that, yeah, that time, him picking her up from school, him being with her for a few hours until the mom got off work, that was far more valuable than the few $100s that she was able to get from a guy who wasn't working consistently, or I don't know his situation. He didn't have that much money, so she wasn't collecting that much damn child support. The little few $100s she was able to get up out of him wasn't helping her situation that much. But him actually being there for the kid and picking her kid up and being with her, that was far more valuable. So she went, she scraped up whatever little money she had, got him bailed out of jail, went down there, took him off child support, and that was just that. And they just co-parented from then on.
She wanted $1 million.
Yeah,
she wanted $1 million.
But yeah, the time is far more valuable, man. The guy being there, and keep in mind, I'm all for me. Yeah, get your shit together, get the kid. So yeah, you can do for the kid when you got the kid. But too often we define a father's contribution to the kid's life as by how much money goes from his wallet to her purse. Right. Not how much is he actually with the child, raising the child. Because if you're with the child and you're raising the child, you're going to naturally be spending money on the child. I mean, right. You're going to be taking care of the kids' needs, and you should be trying to get more time and more overnights and all of that. You should be working to do that. You should be either fighting her or fighting the system to do that. I understand that it could be an expensive losing cause, but you should be fighting. But at the end of the day, time, he said it best. He said it good. The time and actually being with the child, raising the child, is more important than the mama getting a couple $100s about you. A few $100s here, a few $100s there. That's far more important. So that's one takeaway. Umar was spitting bars when he got in the hot seat. He was spitting some real bars. Now that he's not in the hot seat, now he's calling out YouTubians who are saying the same things against the Quains that he was saying, thus making him one of the simp enforcers. But in this case, he's enforcing their pathology. Hit the.
You already know. You can take this down, bro.
Oh no! This is staying up. It's staying up. It's staying up. But Red Sings the Blues in the building. Oh wait, no, I thought you meant the video, because sometimes I do take my videos down when I sometimes I do take my
I was talking about the video.
Okay, yeah. I thought you meant the actual stream when it get off the air. Sometimes if it get too live on the stream, I will. I was like, all right, I got to put this on Patreon. I'm about to be back probably next week, y'all. I'll be probably back putting stuff on Patreon. I ain't putting nothing on Patreon in a while because I'm about to get back on the pre-recorded game. So I'll be leaving up pre-recorded stuff, and the live show will be coming down. So if you don't see the live show live, you might want to become a Patreon so you don't miss none of the live shows, because I'm about to start putting those back on Patreon. But yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Red Sings the Blues. I'll be on this platform. I believe oh yeah, no doubt. Good brother right there. Good brother right there. Good young brother doing the Lord's work. I'll be on his platform, I believe the 28th, if I got the date and time right. I got the email. You ain't got to resend it. I got the email. I'll check it out. But shout out to Red Sings the Blues. We'll be on his platform. He always supports my platform. Like to come through. Try to come through, try to make it over there whenever he asks. Somebody's talking about Vicky Dillard. I didn't even know Obsidian was on the air. Obsidian went on the air this morning. So yeah,
I saw it.
He went in on Vicky Dillard. I caught it late, but I got the gist of what was going on there. But yeah, Vicky Dillard was on her normal stuff, man. But oh shoot, we at the 2 hour and 30-minute mark. So we closing in on that time where you got to roll up out of here, man. But so we gonna shut this down. I normally do a panel. We're not gonna do a panel today. We're gonna wrap this bad boy up right now. We said all that need to be said. All that need to be said. Make sure y'all catch me tomorrow. We'll have brother. I just found out. I'm probably going to botch his name. Ricky Manor. Ricky Manor. Good.
Ricky Manor. Yeah.
Almost.
Yes, sir.
Almost called him Ricky Mantle. I was like, I hope I don't botch his name. But yeah, I just found out about the brother a couple days ago. So yeah, me and him gonna be getting it in tomorrow. But what you got for us, man? You going live later tonight or what?
So far, I plan on it. Right now, I got like I told you, I got to run for that child's support. I got some stuff to take care of, but most likely I'll be on there. But if not, they know me. I'll be on. If I don't be on today, I'll definitely be on tomorrow.
All right, moderators, one last time, make sure y'all drop Mr. Palmer's links in the chat. Drop his links in the chat so people can go and sub to him. Hopefully, he picked up some subs today from the good people over here on my channel. Hopefully, y'all went over there and sub to the brother. He's definitely doing the Lord's work over there. So I want to see some moderators. Like, I ain't shutting it down until I see that link back in the chat. Drop that link back in the chat. Come on, Dane Christopher. You know you got it. You know you got it ready to go. You be quick with the trigger on that all the time. Somebody about to drop it. There it is. Perfect Blackness. Beat us to the punch right there. There it is right there. Make sure y'all go subscribe to this brother. He's been getting it in. Been on YouTube for about a year, but he been fighting that good fight for a while, long before he came on YouTube. He new to the YouTube thing.
Oh yes.
But he been in this battle for a while. So we gotta let him go, let him get up off of here so he can go run from child support.
Yeah,
hopefully,
run on, man.
hopefully he don't catch a cramp while he running from child support. Hopefully,
exactly.
You gonna tear your ACL, man. You gonna be gonna get a high ankle sprain running from that child support all day, man. You better be careful. Make sure you limber up and stretch before you go run from that child support. All right,
man, this is definitely a good dialogue, man. You got 419 likes, 9 dislikes. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely good, man. Definitely good. Shout out to the team. Shout out to the squad on here.
No doubt. And with that said, we out of here. Peace, man. I'd like to thank everybody. If you super chatted, Cash App, participated, contributed to the show in any way, shape, or form, even if you liked, shared, if you're new, hopefully you subscribed. However you participated in this in any way, shape, or form, I'd like to thank you. And with that said, we are up out of here. Peace. We gone.